Welcome back to Malevolence. We find the Numidas family shuffling through... Yeah, it's you guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about you. Shuffling through papers, trying to make sense of the news that they just received that seems to change everything. As they try to organize papers ripped from folders, you can still hear the quiet sobbing of a child behind a door down the hall.
He's a good sobbing.
He's fine.
He's sobbing with laughter.
He's got to work himself out. It's all right.
Talus and Amadeus, as you are in this sort of awkward, shell-shocked silence of this room, as everybody continues to scan these charts, trying to make their minds believe what they have just read. As you're reordering things, you, Talus, are reminded of a time not so long ago where you were similarly reorganizing, repacking back.
There's a lot of my life. I have a lot of crap.
Back into boxes. As the next piece of paper glides into place onto your stack, you feel a rush of air hit your face. And when you open your eyes from that impact, you are once again back in your old room at the house, packing your things. Amadeus standing in the doorway. That same deep feeling of frustration, resentment, betrayal, rooted deep in your heart. Make me a will save, both of you.
Do you want me to subtract my malevolence?
I would like you to subtract your malevolence.
That is a 12 plus 7 for a 19.
A total of a 17.
Total of a 17.
I'm blessed if that matters.
And did you subtract your malevolence
I did,
as well?
yeah.
Excellent.
All right, you have some now.
I too.
Welcome to the club.
Not just you, dude.
Join me, Father.
Amadeus, when you look up from what you're organizing, you see Talus. And the room slowly begins to fade out into this same shared memory that you know now both stand within. You steel yourself, Amadeus, and you turn away and slam the door shut, snapping both of you out of the vision. Talus, you can raise your malevolence. However, what is your current malevolence score?
4.
4.
5.
Oh, are you ready for a new little fancy mechanic?
Oh, his heart stops.
And dies. And that was the end of Talus.
He did too much paperwork. I always knew that would be the death of him.
The worst way to go.
Yeah.
Clerical busy work.
What is this, corporate America?
What was that voice?
It's the best. It's my funny
Jumbles,
voice.
obviously.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
Jumbles' joke voice.
Talus, you will be sickened 1.
That's not a mechanic. That's a regular mechanic.
Well, it's a new part about this, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's doing something mechanical now, so yeah. That's,
Got tummy ache?
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. It is stupefied 1.
okay, that does make more sense.
Till the next time you sleep.
Got a headache?
As we now have revealed, you have maxed out your malevolence condition.
Woo!
And I can't imagine that'll have any other repercussions.
I'm as malevolent as it gets, boys. Let's go.
His face malevolent, being possessed by a demon or something.
He's trying to experience, the whole game. Like, he doesn't,
Yeah, we're clearly not going to get our plot via research, so I'm just going to become a conduit and just let it happen directly.
Yes, right, exactly.
Bring me the story!
AJ has rolled bad on purpose. Yes, certainly.
Do I notice, like, since I seemingly resisted whatever was going on, do I notice that Talus is greatly affected?
As you both snap out of this vision, having for a moment felt fully like you were back at that day, you immediately meet each other's gaze. And Amadeus, you notice a sort of darkening behind Talus's eyes as the fuel from that fight has returned to him.
Son, are you okay?
Yeah? Why?
You just look a little worse for wear.
I think Jumbo's patched me up pretty good.
He rips a band-aid.
Okay, well,
Why are you worried about me? Look at you.
what do you mean?
Well, are you not severely injured from previous encounters? Don't you have some pretty good bonitis right now? I imagine it's probably invisible.
I'm
amount
at
of
half
bonitis.
health,
Okay, yes,
yeah,
I think
so-
I probably...
Jumbles is gonna take that bandage.
You
I'm
got
gonna assume
me.
that's relatively visible. A man being at half health.
Jumbles is gonna take that bandage and run to Grandpa real quick.
I am your father. Let me worry about you, okay?
I got plenty to worry about. It's not me. I'm fine. Let Jumbles take care of you, and so we can find anything else in here, and then let's get going.
All right, listen, I'm checking in. That's all.
Okay?
What'd you roll, Corey?
Well, Grandpa, while they were having this nice little, not tense chat, Jumbles bandages you up for 16 HP.
Yay.
And then on his way over to Lychee, face plants and completely dropped all of his medicine. So you don't get anything this
I'll
time.
be like looking at the sheaf of papers, and I'll just like bend down, pat him on the head, and then stand back up.
He's the little people that dropped the McDonald's tray.
That's what
Tears in his eyes.
that's what breaks up the tension between us. It's like, Jumbles, are you all right?
The unrealized potential of Gripply is they're just immediately memes. There's no intermediate steps.
Jumbles is like completely stiff. He goes, yeah. Give me
All
a
right,
bit.
here. Let's get you up.
You pick him up and he's still stiff. He's like completely stiff still.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be fine in a minute.
Okay.
This happens.
Walk it off.
He waddles away.
I'm gonna try a medicine check on myself.
Oh.
If he treated you, you can't also treat yourself. The cooldown for medicine treatment is being treated, not who treats you.
Oh, so I don't get anything and I can't medicine myself?
You got 16.
You got
Oh, I
my
got
sheet
16.
in good.
Yeah.
Cheating. You got 16.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
you
you're
got some
fine.
juice.
Okay, cool.
It's your daughter.
Then I would like to, medicine check. Oh, wait, no,
Nope.
she can't.
No, she's stuck.
Never
The
mind.
treater or treatee does not matter, unfortunately.
It's
in
the other way
this
around for
case.
battle medicine. Battle medicine, it's cooldown based on who's doing it. Regular medicine, it's that it's been done to you.
Then can I battle medicine her? Do you need battle medicine?
Stamp of approval.
It's legal.
Go ahead, soldier. Yeah.
Rules is written, approved.
Offensive line.
He pulls out a yellow card if you try.
So
Right,
it's
we got a foul on the.
Well, we can't keep doing this bit. It's like the third show in a row. We can't keep doing the football penalties bit every week.
I've never watched football. I shouldn't be the one making that reference.
that medicine check for let's see is a 21.
A 21.
Sweet. That's what, 2d8?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Got my cheat sheet.
That's a 6.
Do you have a
Great.
sticky?
That's a 4. So you get a
I am
big,
looking
big
much
10.
better.
That's
Very
10.
good. I'm looking very good.
Never let anyone say this stream's not education.
Just turned into Sesame
Hey,
Street.
you said we could only demonstrate charisma at the table. That's intelligence right there.
Oh, I didn't realize I was sitting
I
next,
can add.
I was sitting next to the count.
Yeah, Talon
Well, have
here.
you know, I have a 0 int mod and I'm stupefied 1. So, like,
Double shake his math.
Talus just
Oh my
going,
gosh.
One bandage.
No, that's Jumbles. He's just going, what? As he's applying it.
Very good, Jumbles.
Should
you guys
should
feel spooked yet?
should we check on the kid who's screaming in the other room?
I wouldn't
He's
worry about
only
it.
slowly crying.
Okay.
Oh
Look, he
my
doesn't look
gosh.
like he's going to be, well, the kind that's too wanting for any kind of traditional comforts, and just let him tire himself out if that's even a thing that can happen. I
Yeah.
don't see a reason to open that door back up.
I would pull out of my purse and like kind of twirl between my fingers a 6-sided die. From earlier, I'm like, well, maybe he could play something, something cute and
You are not going to give him my lucky die.
Well, do you have any other options? You always carry junk around.
We have to give him anything. Just he's got a whole bedroom in there.
It's empty.
Surely he'll find
mostly.
some crayons or something in the drawers. I don't know.
Do you have
What
any
does it
crayons?
matter?
Well, we might. I don't think we should. Hopefully, he'll wear himself out and go, maybe rest a little bit. But
The best thing we can do is secure the door, and just if you want to leave him be, we can leave him be.
If you want to shove a couple of pieces of chalk under the door, I won't stop you.
Thank
But
you.
he is going to draw on the walls, I'll tell you that.
no, not my walls. So I'm just going to be like, how do I break it to him gently that we're about to lock him in a room and walk away?
Here, I've always been the
You don't-
disciplinarian.
You don't
We
need
go
to tell him anything. Just
Well, we should tell him that we're coming back, right?
why do you all care so much about this thing?
He's a kid.
It looks like a kid. And
It was
yeah,
at
it
one
tugs on
point.
the heartstrings. It's real good at that. But the thing's a damn monster. You all felt what it did.
I did.
What
not.
it almost did to Jumbles, what it tried to do to us.
I know,
It seemed like a. I
but
didn't-
we're parents, and you are not a parent.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So
It was, in his own way, he was trying to help. I don't want to just leave him there.
he's a scared kid who got caught up in
Well,
something
again, I
his
gave him a
dad was
couple of
doing.
pieces of chalk for entertainment. What else does he need?
Yeah, it's
Like a
perfect.
book.
I'll-
Do we have a book in there, like in his room, that I can just shove under the door?
Sure. Oh, no, there would definitely be various toys and books. Most of them torn apart, with pieces of it attached to this spiral on the floor. But you'd be able to salvage a, like,
Is there a spiral on the floor in this room too?
no, in the children's room is where you're looking for? Yes.
I was, well,
Well,
yeah,
either
you're
way,
right.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Yes. That is where you would find a children's book.
Cool.
This is in the child's room.
I would find.
DMing.
That's called improv.
I would find the least like fungus riddled book I can.
Sure.
And if there's just like a Tonka toy truck or something, then like
Yeah.
We're really stretching the limits of what can fit under a door right now.
Can't we just crack it? Just shove it really quick, like a dog trying to get out of a room. You just gotta like put your knee
Stick
up.
your foot out.
It's for your good. It's for your good.
Stay in there.
While they're all figuring that stuff out, so
We shouldn't be parents.
That's
I
my
am
bad,
definitely really affected by that moment when I tried to bon mot and he just reminded me so much of when Jumbles was small, and so my heart has really come around a corner for him. So I'm gonna just kind of like crouch by the door like I did earlier, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Anatoly."
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. We have to go and figure some things out. We'll be back for you though. And we don't want you to feel bored or lonely, so we're gonna give you some like chalk and some books.
Okay. I don't really want you to go. I
hear you.
just want to go back to my room. I didn't do anything. I
We can't let him back in his room. There's a pretty sizable hole in
there-
the floor we found. We can't know he'll stay in there.
Is there something from your room that I could bring you? Cause we need you to stay in there right now.
I don't know. I guess just, could you grab the book that's, on my desk?
Yeah, we can do that.
Jumbles will
You
go.
stay here. I'll grab it.
Well, I was gonna look at it. I was gonna investigate it.
snoop and
I
bring
think it's incursive, so I think it's best if I look at it.
It's hieroglyphs.
And while Jumbles is getting the book, I'm gonna start telling this bedtime story that my dad used to tell me when I was little, just trying to soothe Anatoly because he's having a rough time. He's only a little kid, and so I'm just trying to take his mind off of the distress and calm him down so that we won't be just leaving this kid distraught. So yeah.
Excellent. Leetsy, this would definitely strike a chord with you. As Cass's dad, your husband, has been away for quite some time on duty.
Here's military families. You know how it goes.
I'm definitely going with Jumbles. I'm not letting him go in there by himself.
Sure. Excellent.
Yeah, I want to grab the book and flip through it.
Sure. You go over to this small, looks like just like a little children's crafting desk, and you find one book on top of it, a small notebook, actually. Blank pages, some cracked, broken crayons kind of scattered around the table with marks veering off of the paper onto the wood, and you find in it a bunch of drawings.
What are they of?
You see drawings of a boy wearing green, or just like a little triangle, like a child would draw it, the big smile on his face, and a woman, tall, wearing a purple dress, hugging him. You see written in many of these margins small little rhymes and poems. Some of them you're able to trace as previous drafts, perhaps, of the poem that you found downstairs.
Jumbles will kind of just take a beat and look at them. I think he'll wipe a tear from his eye and then close it and reseal it. He'll grab a few of the crayons too, and he's gonna look at Talus and he's gonna go, I want to be the one to hand these to him, but I want you behind me for it.
I don't think we're opening that door, Jumbles. You can slide them under yourself, but you can't risk.
That's fine. I just
That
want to
guy
be
get
the.
it.
I just be the one to give it to him.
That's more than fine.
Okay.
I'll make sure nothing happens to you.
Thank you. He's gonna give you a hug too. While he's right there, he's gonna give you a big hug. And then he'll run over to the door. And is the crack big enough to slide a book and several crayons under?
Yeah, I would say so for sure that the crack is, but it's a small notebook, so you can
Okay, so
get that under there and roll the crayons. You hear them like
he'll push that under and he'll go, we'll be back later, okay?
Okay.
You need anything else? Like water? You drink water?
I don't think so.
I
So
think we've done well enough for now.
Also, for that drawing, did the drawing of the kid have a bird head?
did not.
Did it have a frog head?
Yes.
If we do an X-ray of my head, it's a bird
And a
skull.
small Sherlock cap. No,
There is a woman with a purple dress. I don't know.
So there's no. The kid is like a humanoid
kid.
head.
just a basic, your standard.
He looks like a
little
dude.
smiley face.
Okay. So
Seems to be humanoid.
okay. So yeah, he'll slide it under, then stand up and look at
Alright.
everyone else.
Hey, Anatoly,
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you. You're being really brave, okay?
Thank you. That's really nice. I just want to go back to my room.
No, I'm sorry. We'll be back for you, and then maybe we can take you to your room so you can go to sleep in your bed. You know, we can
go
try
back
and
to my room. Yeah.
just please continue to be brave, and we'll be back for you. Okay?
Okay. I
Come
want
on, Cass. It's not gonna get easier.
You hear
I
him.
will hand around her shoulder, like physically sort of guide her away from the door, not pushing her out or anything, but just like, come on.
All right, we'll be back.
You hear him call out a few times, repeating similar phrases, not wanting to stay there, wanting to go back to his room as you turn the corner. And as you are all turning the corner, let's get some exploration activities.
Searching.
Searching! Oh, who could have guessed?
Searching.
Hey, who could have
The
guessed?
boys.
Searching
Yeah.
and investigating.
Wow!
I'll be keeping an eye out scouting.
Scouting,
I'm gonna be investigating.
investigating. Will my searchers please make me perception checks?
I would love to.
Yes, my favorite.
Said you never ask.
Oh my gosh.
Sick.
All right, that's not bad.
I will the same thing.
Wow. Wow.
Wow!
There's a cat in here.
28.
Yes.
27.
Those big numbers. Oh, man.
We're very aware right now.
Yes.
We're,
Clearly.
on edge.
Sure.
A little on edge.
Right.
26.
Excellent.
Wow.
Where are these for the Malevolence?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
26,
Like-
27, 28, you know?
The boys.
We need to do this for research. So
We
just
do.
Right, yeah.
keep in
Roll that
mind.
matters.
Keep this
Actually,
energy,
let's
keep
take it
this
back
energy.
down the hall again. Let's
Yeah.
try it one more time.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a theoretical research check. 12.
Yeah.
It knows it's not a real research check.
Yeah.
You can't trick it.
Yep.
It's 2 digits. It's not real.
Oh man. Yeah, immediately apparent as you guys start turning this hall, you hear an echoing coming from this main foyer of a bang, 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 bang.
Like
Like-
from ahead of us?
Coming from this main landing here.
And do you think that's the mimic?
I don't know.
I draw my gun.
Draw my hand sword.
You saw that already.
I guess I'm going to kind of sneak up to the front. Can I just kind of I'll just be like, I'll just give a
very
signal of waiting, and I'm going to try and peek out a little bit carefully.
Sure. You peek out from around this corner from this hallway from whence you came, and you are immediately able to hone in that the sound is coming from this grandfather clock. You're not quite able to see what is making this sound, but it's definitely coming from over there. That is clear.
I looked at Talus. I told you so.
What? The mechanisms are stuck on something?
That's, I think, the least likely option of everything that's happened so
How
far.
is it the least likely? It's clunking like a cog stuck.
I believe that aliens are in that chest before I believe that it's just suddenly broke. Okay.
We told you it was important.
How does it be important? No matter what that sound is, how does that tell us it's important at all?
Well,
Anything spooky in this house has some importance.
Hey, it's everything in the house.
Focus.
There's tiers of importance.
Focus. Pincer.
All right.
do you think the child would know anything about this clock, or do you think he was kept in his room for most of the time?
I'll be honest, if I go back to talk to him, I will cry. So I'd rather we did it.
Yes,
Yeah, I'll go around the left side of this landing here. And just kind of motion for Jumbles to come with me.
All right.
got the
Jumbles and Talus coming
arm
around the
up.
left side. Are the rest of you filing with them or on the opposite?
On the opposite side.
Excellent. Getting ready to flank this
We're
grandfather
gonna flank the hell out of
Yo,
this.
you never
gonna
know what's
beat
gonna
the
Yeah,
happen.
right. I'm glad I've scared you all this much.
Drop kick it over the railing.
We've strategized against a clock.
We're doing it. Family tactics. Let's go.
As you approach this clock, are you all sneaking?
No.
No.
No, I went back to searching. Just
It's
to,
just
as
tactical
I saw it,
positioning.
yeah.
Excellent. As you approach this clock coming around the corner, what you see is
A clock.
a small creature
Mm.
wielding a large stick
Mm.
and sort of carrying it back and forth and bringing it careening into this front mechanism on the clock, you see Ezra Mulkin. Hello!
What are you doing?
You're that strong.
I'm gonna. I found it. Hold on. She gets down to the ground and she lets this stick drop and she kind of stands, sidles to the side of it. She goes, I found this.
You found a
did you
stick?
find?
It's a club.
It's a stick.
Didn't you make a man blow up with magic?
Ez, what in the hell are you doing?
I was gonna. I haven't seen you guys in a minute. I was just kind of trying to be useful, to be honest. I was gonna try and get it. Well, here, no, hold on, because I think I'm getting somewhere. She picks it back up again.
Why are
and
you hitting the clock?
Flies over to the edge of the wall and then charges forward.
Hang on, Ezra. Stop.
Something super important for sure.
Oh, stop.
Okay, Ezra. I appreciate you trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
Blunt force might not be what we need to figure this thing out.
Well, let's not be
I
rational.
think you're on the right track here. You're on the right track here, Ez.
Stop being crazy.
Why don't you keep it this and we'll come check back in with you later.
Oh,
Why are you hitting the clock?
Yeah.
because you tried to open it.
We are trying.
And
to
I
open
don't
it.
have hands.
Question.
As she lifts up her feet, she accidentally drops it. She goes, and she goes back down to grab it.
Remember how we were talking about how you had that good feeling and those bad feelings earlier?
Yeah.
What do you get when you're around this clock?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Not really anything, like, strong.
I just look over at Talus like, don't you start. Don't you say anything.
She just kind of, maintaining eye contact with Amadeus, slowly starts to sneak her stick towards to tap the top of the clock again.
Could we wait? Normally, I'm right there with you. So let's try a little bit of a delicate approach.
We've already tried a delicate approach. I'm actually with the bird on this one.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Can I
If it gets us past the clock, I'm down for anything.
can I investigate the clock real quick to see if I can remember anything related to how this looks so that maybe I can try and figure out how to open it?
Both of my investigators can make me a crafting check.
Ding.
No, dude. Like anything but that. I get a +4
yes.
for my other thing.
Oh.
It's 11.
What'd you get?
What?
You're
so crafty. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you are able to glean quite a bit about this. You guys have examined this clock before, so there's some stuff that you're kind of running over in your head again. You are able to... the information floods your mind like a "that's so Raven" like zoom out. You're like,
Oh, snap.
you start spitting out these facts. You're able to determine based on the style in which it was crafted. Now, it's obvious to you that it was stylized. It seems like maybe a commissioned project. It's got a
Is it
clear
like late
theme to it.
Haldane? It's got kind of like Galton sort of artistic architecture to it, or
What are you saying? What are you saying right now?
You
the
confirm
Pathfinder
it was
version of
crafted
Baroque.
decades ago in distant Alkenstar. Is that one of the words you said?
Alkenstar. Okay, that's where the guns come from.
I drink that when my stomach hurts. I put a little tablet in water and it fizzes.
We found that in the other room with the child.
Ooh, all right. Ooh, I was way off base.
Oh my gosh. You are also able to pretty quickly determine that this mechanism on the top, as you had suspected, is 100% a puzzle lock of some kind, that there is some chamber inside as you're looking at this and realizing that there isn't really anything. The space is too large. No grandfather clock mechanics would need its excess space. So you determine there has to be something in there. And should you try to pick this lock with a nat 20, because I like to reward my nat 20s, you will get a +3 to that check.
All right. So, I am going to attempt that.
Excellent. That's going to be thievery.
Mm-hmm. And the one of the abilities with Reggie is that he can assist with thievery thievery checks. It's a partner in crime thing.
Ooh,
Is
excellent.
it a puzzle lock if we're just picking it with thievery?
Was
It's
a puzzle lock.
gamified puzzle lock. This is Pathfinder.
That just sounds
Dude,
like
I don't
a
have
lock.
it for you.
I mean,
I cannot present you with that.
You mean you got us the pieces of paper but don't have us
We
a
don't
full
have a
grandfather
model-
I didn't make you a
clock?
full
Model grandfather clock
Yeah,
with the
wow.
excess space.
Hold on, let me
Thank
just
God.
pass Riley a Sudoku, and we'll give her like.
we'll come back to her later.
Here's today's
We'll
Wordle.
see you in a few.
I think what the thing was like a +1 bonus to thievery checks.
I just gave you a +3.
Yeah, but
the partner in
Reggie
crime.
adding.
Oh, with Reggie.
Yeah.
Excellent. So then +4 total. I'm going to tell you right now, you will need 3 consecutive successful checks.
That's how thievery works.
Oh, you got this.
Okay, so that is a 16 total.
Excellent.
Okay.
You have,
Oh wait.
you have your 3.
That's a 19 total.
Are you blessed?
I am blessed.
Eat your bless.
So just roll that 2 more times and don't roll lower. Well, roll higher
Good.
than that 2 more times.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, don't roll that.
Whoops.
Nope, not that one. That's an 8 on the die. So
An 8 on the die. What was that total, my dear?
15.
15. You, as you're fiddling with this lock, you feel something in your first attempt click into place. Like you've secured a pin is the only word you can come up with, but it's clear that is not really the kind of
This just sounds like a
structure
lock.
that you're going on
I
with.
don't think there's a puzzle.
There's a slide puzzle. We're going
Starting to
behind it.
think it's just a lock.
You feel something slide out of place as you attempt your second
You
check.
feel
Slide
the tumblers
puzzle.
reset, yeah.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
Impossible.
That's my gear.
Here you go, solve this.
So 14 on the
Here you go.
die with the
at me.
plus
Don't.
7 overall. So that is a 21.
Okay. With that second failure, you are not able to open this.
Man. Right, you did say consecutive, didn't you? Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
my dear. I'm so sorry.
Jumbles is gonna look
I-
at Grandpa, and he's gonna look down at the club, and he's gonna look back up at Grandpa, and kind of like,
I'm gonna explain my findings to Jumbles and be like, so it's a puzzle. I started getting somewhere with it.
oh, okay. And he picks up the
Let me-
club and hands it to
No,
Grandpa.
no.
This
Right,
guy,
hold
okay,
on.
that's really cool.
Hold on.
Is anybody good
If
at
Cass does think there's something to this, let me take a crack at this.
Yes.
Are you very good at thievery, sir?
Nope, bash it. It's impossible.
It's written in cursive. Again.
It's not possible.
The game was rigged from the start. Yeah, okay, so there's one solution here.
There's one solution that I see.
A for the lock, I guess.
I'm gonna pick up this club. How about you guys stand back a little bit? Grandpa's gonna get to work.
No, I went for
I think I'm
receipts.
So-
I put
Right.
goggles on.
I stand
Let
way
me-
back.
Okay, let's be so clear. You're just gonna batter up, or are you going to try and pry this, or are you just gonna like?
You can't
Did
pry
you-
with a club.
We're breaking into an
Wait.
ATM machine, okay? We're just gonna
Excellent.
hit it.
Okay,
and go
yeah,
over.
Did you have a crowbar?
I actually do think I have a crowbar.
Yeah, I
You
think
have a crowbar?
Why do you have a crowbar?
That would have been so useful like many times.
She's been stealing things this whole time. Why
What
wouldn't
the
she have a
hell?
crowbar?
I didn't give her a crowbar.
There were several doors open that were locked.
It's so many times that could have been beneficial.
I'm
Well,
starting
I
to
don't
accept the
think you
fact that
ever
my
need to
mom's a
know.
And why do you even have that?
Starting.
Well, sometimes people don't want to pay their taxes.
What?
It's great for getting into safes or
What are you
for
gonna
keys.
repo their house?
Mom talks about weird things. Like she talks about things in such a weird way. Checks? I don't get it.
I don't understand.
You mean criminal?
Okay,
Is that the-
children, don't follow this example. Give me the crowbar.
We're a little past that point.
Here you go.
Yeah, this is where we draw the line.
Oh my god.
Locks.
I'm gonna try to pry
Wanted
open
murder,
the
perfectly fine,
mechanism.
but
Give me an athletics check.
Yes.
Fighting a child.
That is, yep, that's your biz.
Oh no.
Ooh.
No, sir,
Ooh.
no.
it's not possible.
That's only a 15.
Only a fifth from you?
I rolled a 3.
Oh my gosh.
He's blessed.
Um, I'm sorry. I can't. Oh god.
Can I shoot the lock?
There's no lock.
Go.
All right, hold on. I've got an idea here. We didn't really have time this morning with everything that was going on, but if I can use, if you give me back the cogwheel from that thing I gave you yesterday, I can kind of retwist this up and get it working, and then you can turn it into, I don't know, like a cannon or something. And then we can shoot the lock.
I like it, and I make a full cannon.
I feel like I'm watching a Muppets movie. Like
You guys are obsessed with the clock, and I just want to be past it. All right, there's,
I just kind of really want to destroy something.
you know, and honestly, at this point, I think the lad deserves a little bit of self-expression. Let's call it.
All right.
Can I
It's
devise a
time to
stratagem
raid a
against it?
mansion.
to shoot it.
To shoot it? Yeah. Okay.
To shoot something that's not moving, you
Yeah.
need a
If
stratagem.
you give me, I'm just gonna take me a minute. It takes me an hour to put this thing together. I gotta like really recalibrate this thing.
I will
I'm just-
say,
I'm sitting
it-
here working with it. You guys do what you want.
The clock is flanked, so it would have a minus 2.
You know, you're so right. No, devise me a stratagem to shoot something that is stationary.
It sounds like he has
And
an hour to
flat-footed 'cause
devise a
it's flat.
stratagem.
Plenty of time to think about
So I get a
it.
plus 10. Probably not gonna hit it.
What?
Well, actually,
You're
wait.
using my
Well,
clock,
okay,
or
that's
my-
it. That's an 18 total.
Is this an hour later? Or
It's
is
a
that my-
stationary
am I
I
working on
will
the thing?
simply not allow you to miss a clock that is right in front. You could put it against the lock. You could,
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
I did
mean,
devise a
that,
stratagem.
you need a boost, but it's very tall.
All right. I'm
It
gonna
is
just
8
use.
feet tall. You will need a boost.
I'm gonna get the elephant gun out again then. We'll do that. Thank you so much. And the moment it's in my hands, it just the full thing.
And the cock just patoing back up, and I just go pick up the pieces.
Hold
put
on.
it back in my
Why don't you
pockets.
roll me some initiative?
Yeah.
The clock.
Let me see. I grabbed
The
the
only
right
thing
dice.
worse than this would be losing a fight to a clock.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so first of all, that wasn't the boss token, so we can handle this.
Oh,
guys.
yes.
That's the one that says minion on the back. I've been over there. I know
Yeah.
what it says.
So am I doing critical damage or like normal damage?
I don't know, dude.
Also-
Go for a crit. I mean, you have it rested against the lock. I
Objects are
don't.
generally immune to
This is
crits,
the
but if
best
you
day of
wanna
my
give
life.
it to him. Give it to him.
We've strayed so far from.
We're not playing Pathfinder anymore.
The rules can't reach us here.
There's no way you're telling me that.
We locked a
holding-
baby in timeout.
Right.
Now we're shooting a clock. All right.
There's no way that holding a cannon to a clock does not crit the clock.
That is an elephant gun.
Let me see. What is that? 8 plus 10, 17 damage.
17 damage. What all did you
Piercing.
roll? That was so many dice.
Well, so then 34,
34 damage.
and then another D8 because you're.
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah.
D8s are also supposed to be D12s, and also it's fatal, so another D12.
Oh, okay.
Your Muppets-
100 million damage.
He
Just
opens
roll a
the
D12
clock.
and add it on there.
Please, he opens the clock. The clock's open.
34.
Or destroyed.
41. 41 points of damage.
You.
Jumbles.
Gone.
I hope it wasn't important, first of all.
Oh, don't ya?
This is therapy for
It's a
Jumbles.
little late to think about that one, maybe.
You-
Past that point.
You standing on top of, I assume, Talus's shoulders, more than likely.
It's got the tripod at the end of it, and it's on Talus's head.
Jumbles is just leaned all the way back.
Yes. Bracing, yeah, exactly. Gun resting against the lock, standing on top of Talus's shoulders to reach the said
ammo.
lock. You will first need to make me a, oh, we don't do dex saves, do we? No.
That's called a reflex.
Reflex.
Yeah, a
It's the same.
reflex save. That's the word. To not fall back off of his shoulders from the kickback of this gun, for one.
That's fair.
That's reasonable.
That's fair. I'm not even
We'll
gonna
give
try
you
to
this
fight.
one.
Thanks
All
for
right,
permitting me.
GM.
You
I'll
win
allow
this
it.
round. Hey, okay, that's a what's that? 30 or
29.
and I'm blessed. So
He somehow
He's
gets a second
fur.
shot.
I mean,
Sticky suction on your little gripply toes, just
just right on the tail. There's like
it
suction
just
cups.
clenches around like a Lego hand on his shoulder, like
They're fit perfectly.
entirely curved. He does not move an inch. The lock, however, does completely bust open. You see two
I'd have been
doors.
scared if it didn't.
Dealing
You
with our
see-
life. What happened here today? How did we get here?
We're real punchy today.
We
You
got some weird
immediately
energy.
see the 2 doors from the lock swing inside on the impact and then come swinging out, feeling the vibrations of this impact. You hear a zing as it shoots out the back
I was
of
gonna
the
ask.
clock and ricochets off to no man's land. And
Hell yeah, double!
Yes! He does a backflip off.
I had him as gun.
Oh, thank you so much.
What you reveal inside is a horrific sight. You find
Oh, no. Oh, whoopsies.
the first thing that you notice is a mysterious, unidentifiable, unknown to you liquid that begins to pour from the hole that you have made in this glass cylinder that resides inside of this
Does
chamber.
it smell like anything?
It vaguely chemically, kind of like a formaldehyde sort
Okay,
of
fair
solution,
enough.
but it's not quite that exact smell.
Right.
The bubbling sound that you've been hearing around this clock ever since you found it immediately stops as you hear some last spurts as this cylinder empties and a sickening wet thud as what was being held floating in this sphere hits the bottom of this tank. What you find is a preserved brain.
With a bullet hole in it, or
With a bullet hole in it. 3 boxes revealed at the bottom of this mechanism now that you have sprung it open. Maybe to hold some sort of additional contraption. They don't seem to press in like buttons. You don't know.
fantastic. Yeah, well, are you happy now?
I mean, kind of, yes. That was very interesting.
It was oddly
Jumbles
satisfying.
is blessed for his percussive
Oh.
solutions.
It's certainly oddly satisfying.
Thank you.
Can I make a medicine check on the brain?
I'm pretty sure it's a brain.
And Cass is blessed as well. For future bond mowing, I hear.
Thank you.
In anticipation.
Maybe we won't critically fail one day. I believe in you. You can do it.
You know?
Ezra Mulkin gently rests on your shoulder, Jumbles, looking entirely shell-shocked. She just turns her head to you. Oh, you killed it.
I don't. Okay. I don't think it was alive.
I'm
it was
pretty
a
sure
clock.
it was already dead. I don't think that brain was doing much of anything but floating in there.
I didn't expect a
Ugh.
brain to fall out of a clock though. That was not on my list of expectations.
No, you killed it. And she points towards this brain, which you now notice has inexplicably sort of started to bleed a little bit at this entry wound.
Well, it's not that inexplicable. It's a preserved brain, and brains have got blood in it, so that seems reasonable to me. Anyway,
Is it? I've been to war. I've seen some gruesome
I've been
injuries.
to war.
Um,
I've seen.
could I
things.
tell? You said preserved, so and it's actively bleeding.
Yes.
Is this something that is alive and is dying, or is this something that is excess blood that was kept in it from being preserved?
Do you have a war lore?
I do.
Okay, that would be the perfect opportunity to roll something like that.
That's
I
my
think.
one
Warfare.
lore.
Yeah,
It's
Violence.
coming up again.
But it-
Lore violence.
I think that's exactly what I would have you roll for that.
Okay, that is a 12 plus 6, so an 18.
Are you blessed?
Yes.
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 Final
I'm
answer.
gonna go
Hey.
with yes.
Eat your bless.
Okay.
Yum yum.
No.
You are studying this brain as it rests inside this cylinder at the top of this clock. And the amount of blood that's coming out of it and the coloring of it appears to be fresh. This resembles to you if you saw,
If I just saw someone get shot in the head.
yes,
Okay.
like at this exact moment.
I would like to battle medicine the brain.
Yeah, there's not.
I'll see him kind of reaching for the brain.
I don't know about
put
touching
gloves
whatever
on.
that is.
Yes, can I put gloves on?
It smells
I'm
like
sure you have gloves.
preservatives
Sure.
for sure.
I don't think we should try and be saving this. These seems rather. I mean, some things are better laid to
Saving
rest.
It was in there for a reason.
Well, it could be
Okay, well, now
very
it's-
evil.
Out of there for a reason. I mean, it's
For me.
I tend to think that pickling brains and them still being alive is rather against the nature of things.
It don't really smell pickled so much. It smells like one of
It
those.
was in acid. This
I don't know if
pickling
it's
is
acid.
close.
It smells like one of those Osirian displays. What with the mummified elders or whatever it is they do.
I feel like it
You
might
remember
be better,
that time
Daddy.
when they when that circus came through town that we took Cass to, when they had that Osirian thing with the ancient artifacts and that like wrapped up body. It smelled a lot like this.
Yeah, but this thing is like
This thing is
actively
bleeding out.
bleeding. Yeah,
I think
like
it
that.
might-
No,
that
this-
blood's too red.
Preserved.
Son, let me
it
ask you a
makes
question.
sense to me, I guess.
Have you ever seen someone get shot in the head?
Well, yeah, just now. That's,
I
I imagine a very similar situation.
That's a bless for Grandpa from Scion Fox. Scion Fox, that's the one who saved Jumbles last week.
Thank you, my champion.
I recognize that one. You're gonna battle medicine
The brain.
the brain.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. Are there any jars nearby?
There's the jar that it is in, but obviously it is now got
There's
a
a
sizable
bullet
hole in it, a bullet hole.
Get the art rooms nearby.
His towels
There
are
is-
Someone check the art rooms nearby. I need a jar.
Oh, okay.
Go now!
I'm going.
We bring this with us.
Cass, you run down the hall. You would pretty easily find jars that hold old paint that you could kind of spill out, or like
Yeah.
the water that you would use to rinse off your brush. Kind of gross, kind of moldy, left still water. But you find jars.
Okay. I grab one that looks like the proper size, and I try to like quickly wipe it out, rinse it out, whatever I can do to, make it usable for this. And then I rush back out with it.
Instead of battle medicine, I pull out of my bag. I have an elixir of life, and I would like
Into
to.
what mouth?
I would like-
How
got a
do
new
you
one.
intend for it to consume this?
some kind of liquid
in the
inside.
I'm just gonna put away my notes. I'm gonna.
Cool.
I know. I want you to sell me on this.
Wait, aren't we trying to
It's
put
a topical. It's a topical solution.
Well,
no,
listen.
listen.
In Magic
just
Fantasy
cortisone
World,
cream.
where
We have gone
brains
off
can
the
be
damn
preserved in
rails.
jars like
This is the unhinged episode.
I'm taking a jar. I'm pouring this magic potion into jar. I'm putting brain into jar.
Oh, you can do all of that.
Penicillin and formaldehyde are basically the same thing.
You can do all of that. So you take up this jar. Do you take gloves from Leetsy? I assume your gloves would not fit his hands.
I was just going to. I have gloves on.
Good for you.
She's scrubbed
You just
up.
grab the brain, bare hands.
I take the gloves.
They don't
have-
fit you. Her
I
hands
have
are not
them
your
on.
hands. I guarantee.
I'm
I am
literally wearing
confident of
them.
one thing. I know.
I'm also wearing them, so it would be very hard to wear.
Do you have like a handkerchief?
I'm sure I have a cloth somewhere in
You
my
take like the
bag.
corners of your vest and you like sort of like oven mitts, and
Sure.
you're able to scoop this brain into the jar. Not exceptionally gingerly, mind you.
It's got bigger things going on, like a bullet hole in it. I'm sure it won't mind.
And you kind
Just
of
a wet plop.
you take it and you kind of like rotate it so that it's resting facing you against the edge of this jar, and you pour the elixir into the bullet hole.
I'm just watching this in disbelief.
Roll me the healing that would happen from this elixir,
I think
because it is definitely expended. It is yet to be seen what effects this may have.
Bad for how off the rails we've gone. I feel-
I'd like to apologize to not just the death of this brain, but the death of your session today.
to the audience.
This whole table, just us laughing, and then over there, they're serious. They're in the
I'm gonna
moment.
start crying. I'm like, oh my
We're
gosh.
just wilding out here today.
That
I
Muppets
think
comment
it is
really sent us.
simply a D8, and then it has.
If it's a
maybe-
minor elixir of life,
it just says I believe
it's
it
a
is-
D.
It is a minor.
6.
D6, excuse me. And then it has resistances to some things that probably won't matter. So
Not-
that's a 1.
Oh my god.
As it should be.
It would have been better if you just put cotton swabs in it.
Literally plug the hole.
Yeah, you pour it into this hole and then you lay the brain to rest in its new tomb.
Dad,
Nothing immediately seems to happen. The bleeding starts to slowly dissipate, but not dramatically, not fast. It's just slowly trickling out.
are you all right, Dad?
It was in there for a reason. The portraits that we saw earlier. The portraits we saw, and they had their heads, they had stitching around their heads.
Oh my god.
Well, I really don't know. I'm just confused a little bit as to why we're trying to save it. Are we not? I mean, we're working with a psychopomp. Lovely to see you.
Oh,
Are we not
hello.
trying to put things to
You see,
rest?
she's like a 100-yard gaze, like she's gone. After witnessing all this, like she's barely there.
Would it
a crazy
would
hour.
it not be more respectful to lay these things to rest? Maybe we can find some place to bury it.
Got speaking of that Osirian carnival, and I'll reach in my sack and kind of rummage around a little bit and do a couple things: a sprig, a weird coin, a piece of cork, and pull out a black feather that just near the end of the quill has a little tuft of white. Bottom of it looks like it's been dipped in gold. And I don't know enough about their rituals to know if it really means anything, but it's a feather ma'at. The Syrians believe this something weighing a soul in the afterlife helps them on their way.
Yes, I have heard.
If it'll make you feel better.
I grab it from him.
Also, I'm very quietly going to be like, whisper into Talis' ear, I can't believe you were correct, and it was, in fact, a body part inside. And I will hand back the dice that you had given me earlier.
Do you think that's the weirdest thing we've seen in here so far?
I don't know. I really didn't think it was going to be one.
We could cremate it. There's fireplaces around.
Toast.
I know that sounded worse, but we don't have anywhere to bury it, and if we want to put it to rest, I don't know where else to put it.
I mean, maybe we could seal up the jar that it's already in. I mean, I don't know. Like,
That's what the Osirians did. That's right. They had those little urns that they kept the brain and the heart and all those things. We're like 2/3 of the way to an entire Osirian burial tradition. I mean, might as well finish it out.
Sure.
What they called it, some kind of jar. It was like, I don't remember, Casimir jar, or Casmaron jar, or something with a C, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm not hard.
One
hard
of the
time
boxes,
thinking
if
today.
with my lovely skills of getting into things that are not exactly open to the public, can I investigate
That's
these
putting it
boxes
nicely.
and see if there's anything in them, or if they're just like, what's
Canopy jar. That was what it was.
Yes.
Sure. You start examining these, and no roll necessarily needed, because you're not able to glean a ton from it. You find these rectangular chasms, little places where you assume that you could put some kind of module or piece that maybe you are missing now. But it is not
Something that
necessarily...
we can set something into, not
Yes.
something that would retrieve something out of.
Yes, they're
Okay.
deep, seem to hold like a small rectangular cubish sort of.
Well, the brain probably wasn't very important because it's got its own character art.
And an
Not
entire
everything in this house gets that.
And it's got an entire Resident Evil puzzle, and it's a clock it's stuck on. So.
This won't have any repercussions later.
Don't worry, guys.
Litzy
No,
say
it's
that,
definitely
or-
not to say that.
That was Lindsay for sure.
Mom, why do you talk like this?
Sometimes Talus rubs off on me. It's a tough time. Anyways,
Shoot.
well, that was a lovely morning.
Jumbles, you would be the first to notice this. As she was previously resting on your shoulder, you see that Ezra Mulkin has snuck off, and you notice the club missing from the ground next to you. As you see over in the corner, her at the doorknob of one of these rooms trying to wrestle it open using this stick for leverage.
Ezra, what are you doing?
I'm trying to. If I could just get it behind the thing and then I twist.
No, but why?
Yeah, cause
There's
So
no
I
part
got-
of that's gonna grip the doorknob.
I'm trying to.
Hold on. She flies back over to you guys.
I was just. I don't know. I was just kind of trying to be helpful. I was hoping that the stick would do more good than harm, but it has led to something devastating.
So is it literally just a stick? Like it's literally just a stick.
It is just a stick.
Okay, I'm not gonna like stink eye this detect magic and it's like the stick of truth or something.
Right,
It's
yeah.
literally
The stick of brain opening.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a stick of motivation because I've never seen this bird work so hard at anything.
Jumbles go, I get open the door if you just ask.
Oh,
I think we should probably get back to business here. Still
Yeah.
a lot of this floor we haven't been through, and apparently not everything here is simply content to wait until we come find it. I don't want anything happening like what happened with what's his face, the baby again.
Anatoly.
I can't remember anything today.
Well,
Right.
is there a particular reason that you find what just happened bad?
I mean, like in particular.
Yes.
Do you feel like a life ended? Like do you feel like
as a Pharasmonite,
Yes.
wouldn't you be happy that a soul was laid to rest?
I guess so. It doesn't seem like the most. It doesn't seem really great right now, actually, about it. I mean, I guess if it was alive, then it was laid to rest. I mean, that's a different perspective on it.
Surely
It was
that-
a little bit scarier than that, though,
Well,
actually.
surely whatever situation it had in that clock there, it was just trapped for eternity, floating in some kind of brain jar is a worse fate than moving on in the cycle, right? I mean, this is what Pharasma's all about. That kind of stuff's exactly the reason that you're here, isn't it?
No, actually, yeah, I guess you're right. It's not. Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better, actually.
There you go. Oh,
You see, she kind of like a little shiver runs down her spine as she's like trying to steel herself. She looks completely shell shocked.
I'll reach in my
She's not
pocket,
the same bird.
pull out what looks like a little forked piece of what looks like a miniature deer antler with a little green gemstone studded on the end and a cord wrapped around it. Here, I forgot this too. Another one of those little crystals. Tie this on your geese arm, Dad. Same as before.
Thanks.
Well, this is the door you want to
It's
open,
just
huh?
another potency crystal. Same thing.
Can I try the door?
Sure. You do so. You creak open the door. It's not locked, and you find this is a big one.
You mean we don't spend 30 minutes screwing with the door? Trying to figure
No,
out if we can do
imagine that.
anything? It just opens.
I shoot it again.
We already screwed with the clock.
Yeah, can we just shoot it for good
so-
measure? Like,
I mean, I would be the last one to stop. You open the door, and you find something that some people would be very excited to have found.
Is
You
it a
find
brain?
huh?
Whoa.
No way.
Whoa, guys. Okay, calm
That's
down.
right. It's a
I
big
need,
episode today.
I need a full description
the
here.
17th fireplace!
You find a
This roof just looks like a cheese grater.
it really does. You find first a very small little hallway with the tattered remains of what was probably once a nice silk curtain hanging from the ceiling, and you can see around this corner and through the holes and rips in the curtain the room beyond, which appears to be a washroom. You see a large, lavish cast iron tub, oversized. Against the far wall, a large fireplace next to pairs of water barrels.
We finally
we all-
found the bathroom.
Well, we can take a quick look around, see if we find anything of interest. But just
Well, okay, we all know what's very important.
don't.
Whether or not they have hairspray. So,
I don't
everybody be very
think we're
careful.
in a world that's invented aerosols yet.
You never know.
Are you telling me we can put a braid in a clock, but we can't put air in a can?
Yes, thank
Well, it's
you.
more getting the air out of the
Thank you,
can with intensity that's the problem.
All right.
It's a relatively modern development, I believe.
I would like to search the room for hairspray. This is very important to me.
There's aliens.
I'm really
and
sorry
braids.
about your episode, Sully.
This is gonna this is gonna be a high DC since it will literally alter the timeline.
How do I aid? How do I
We got a
aid?
clock from Alkenstar. That's the crazy clockwork robot country. So I mean, like, it's suddenly more possible than it would be in any other random mansion.
It could also just be an incense that hardens the air over time.
It could be a new invention. This is the prototype.
Okay. First of all, that's a 16 on the die, plus my perception, or
Yeah.
yeah. Can
Yeah,
I
plus
double
your
my perception,
perception.
or is that like no?
What triple?
So 16 plus 8, so 24.
24.
That's a pretty high roll.
Nice.
It's it's a pretty good roll. As
For
you
level-
are all
level 3, 4?
as you're all walking into the washroom, you immediately start fumbling through these barrels, looking under the bench, and you come to this table, this chest on which these barrels are resting, and you open the cabinet door, and just for you, Bryn, you find a lovely Batiste logo, or what's a hairspray?
my
It's Tresemme.
Yeah, it's Tresemme, yes!
A can of hairspray, fresh
The
off the shelf.
extra
at Publix.
hold, freeze grip.
It's got the plastic wrapper on the cap.
When you open the cabinet door, you see a ding, like as it shines.
Well, thank you guys. That was it for me today.
Bryn's retiring.
Music sting
And the
plays
lipstick
like
goes
you've
home.
acquired a new item.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Glowing light.
She holds it up over her head. Small
What we
dialogue
lost
box.
in brain, we made up for in hairspray.
Also,
What the hell
real,
are we doing?
real quick, this is a shift in the focus, but
Sorry, do you want to actually play the game?
after Talus's comments about not being able to think or focus today, when I look over at Talus, does he still have those like little spikes under his hat like before?
My head is down.
Okay, so it looks like he's closer to normal.
You don't see the spikes?
Are you,
But no, my eyes would definitely be. I mean, they're real dark just from exhaustion, if nothing else. But he looks a little pale, definitely a bit off, for sure.
you okay, Uncle Talus?
Yeah, why is everybody asking?
I mean, I'm personally concerned because of all that business just the other day with the mirror and how it was affecting you.
I know. We said I
and-
wasn't gonna use it, and I was ready to, but I didn't.
Well, I'm just checking in because it got you looking really, really sick, and so I want to make sure you're okay. You
I'm
know.
still definitely. I'm real tired. That Anatoly figure definitely.
Yeah. Do you
Did
have
something to
like
me, I don't-
spikes on your head because you had some under your hat before and it was really weird? I
Wow.
lack tact. I'm sorry.
I'm so what happened?
No, he when he was looking really sickly and pale and everything from the mirror, there were like spikes that
I
were
thought you
holding
said
his
we were
hat up.
okay.
I mean, I'm tired. That thing.
Spike head
bit-
doesn't sound good.
That was
I'm
that
gonna
was
be
the
honest
other
with
day,
you.
Grandpa. Like I'm just
Spike head is some facet of using that mirror. I don't know what it is. It's like a weird reflection.
like
of
maybe
me, okay? But
maybe it's like a thorn thing because that was part of the iconography is thorns around
mean,
the skull.
well, you have to take it very literally. I suppose it fits.
Are they bowed or are they like ivory? Do you have to clip them? What do you like?
Look,
You even hold it out of the hordes?
I'm just gonna like pull my hat up a little bit, and like right under his hairline there is like a notable little
You got like
series of tiny little.
you got
nubs.
nubs.
Yeah, I
Ew.
know. I can feel them.
Okay, so when you said you were fine, you lied to me.
Yeah, well, I'm fine enough. They don't hurt other than pressing it to burn my hat. And I don't feel great, but I'm tired. I feel like I can't think straight, and I just want to figure out what's going on with this damn mansion, so we can get out of here and be on our way.
Can
Is
I
that
do
any different than anyone else?
I'm over here checking my hair. Like,
Can I do
Not finished.
either a medicine, occultism, or religion check to try and assess like what all is going on with Talus? See if maybe there's a way to help.
So that would be a recall knowledge. I'm gonna say occultism.
Okay.
I mean, I'll tell you, I'm definitely feeling about fatigued, enfeebled 1 and stupefied 1 right now.
But like,
And also malevolent 5.
Feel a little silly goofy over
Oh my
here.
god, I'm stacking. I got a heap. I'm just collecting all the debuffs.
Malevolent
I like
5
these are
doesn't
cool.
even exist.
These are cool. I
But
like
somehow
these.
you
These are
found
neat.
it.
Like,
specifically related to the nubs.
I got a
in the
hero
mirror.
point though.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So yeah, let's shoot. Okay, all right. That's a 13 on the die plus 12, so 25. Trying to
Damn.
occultism's my
crap.
thing, man.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out like what's going on related to the effect the mirror had, and seeing like if there's anything I can do to help progress the recovery.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the effect is obvious. It is clear that there are some residual side effects you can assume from Talus's use of the mirror. As far as what could be done to remedy the situation, you're not entirely sure. You're certain that the presence of the mirror is definitely worsening the condition. I think any other details tell, since she like saw into your soul, if you
Well, as you're looking at this, I'm just like, whatever. Let's is busy. We're not getting away from that mirror for the next 15 minutes, so whatever. And I'll open my jacket, the pocket where the mirror usually is. I'm just like, oh, I'm not even caring anymore. I gave it to Litz. I don't want to use it.
Are the
Could I dispel magic on the mirror?
It's over. You gotta ask her. She put it in her purse. I'm not going in there. I don't want to get slapped again.
Would that work?
I don't think that you can dispel magic.
I mean, you could definitely cast a spell magic on the mirror. I don't think it's gonna do anything.
Yes, dispel magic is going to be more for like a spell versus a magic item.
There is actually
it does say
There-
end
if-
a spell or suppress
it
an
it
item's
works
magic.
on magic items. Like, so you can
Yeah.
definitely do it. It's
Okay.
I will grab it out of my purse in one of the like 38 little mini pockets inside. Grab it out of there. Hold it out.
So I'm going to focus on it, and like when I'm trying to dispel the magic, I imagine it's like a kind of like the mirage you see when it's really hot outside, that heat coming up from the concrete, like you mentioned before in a different episode. It's kind of like that ringed around the mirror, as I'm kind of like challenging the magic within it and trying to pull it out. So let's see, let me find my details on that. I'm focusing on it, and like I imagine it's really strong.
what
magic.
you roll is a d20, pretty much just plus your modifier, like you were casting an attack spell.
Okay. All right.
Works exactly the same as that. Versus, I don't know what DC, honestly. I guess mine.
Oh,
I mean, that's fitting.
Oh no.
You're blessed. You're blessed.
Somehow,
that's-
I don't get the idea that matters.
Yeah. So
It's a nat one.
I'm
A nat
focusing,
one?
Yeah, I'm focusing, and
Great,
it's
now
a
you
nat
got bumps
one.
too.
Yeah, now you've teleported
Boom.
into
And
milk.
I imagine like I probably get like a pain as it like lashes back, like, no, you're not gonna stop this. So
Cass, as you are taking the time necessary to try and dispel or snuff out the magic coming from this mirror, It takes you a little bit of time as you find yourself scanning over it and the intricacies of the energy coming off of it. And it takes more time than usual as you find yourself kind of lost within the halls of this magic. Sort of persuaded, allured to the energy that is coming from this mirror. There's something about it that is actually kind of appealing to you. And you'll be stuck doing that for a minute. You will not succeed in suffocating the magic, but you will be there for a moment. In the meantime, can I have from my searchers, you 3 perception checks?
Are you searching? Let's see. I think your exploration activity is
I
quite-
actually
my
think
hair
not.
in my sleep. Thank you very much.
I think you need to rank your priorities.
Hey,
Sorry, Jumbles has got you.
it's all right.
Wow. Okay, firstly, Daddy
also
Darius
got you.
also has me over here to this one.
What'd you guys get?
27.
26.
Wow, that's the same.
It's the
Yeah.
same as last time.
Dang,
We're consistent,
guys.
if
Dang.
nothing else.
As you guys are scanning this room, Amadeus, you come to the fireplace. You kind of chuckle
Oh,
in front of it, having counted that this is like the 11th fireplace in this establishment. And you kind of kick your feet at the ashes and the dust left there. And that's when you noticed something poking out of this pile of powder. You kneel down and you dust it away. And what you find is a skeletal left hand with a gold ring on the hand's ring finger, chopped cleanly at the wrist.
That's the most cursed thing I've ever seen in my life.
I
You're
think
not
we-
seriously gonna touch that.
I think we found.
Okay, second most cursed thing, but
I think we found a part of Yosef. Remember, he was missing a hand.
In the painting, there was that gash.
why would it
Sorry,
be?
that's me out of character because I'm still focused on
Why
in
would
character,
it be here?
that painting in the game.
Why would he have dumped it in the bathroom?
I mean,
I don't think.
someone else would have.
I don't think he cut off his own arm.
Why would anyone who went through that trouble just left it in the fireplace in the bathroom?
Where else would you? Where's the last place you would look? We're looking for your missing hand.
There's an entire world of outside beyond
I'm
this
gonna
mansion. There's
remove
plenty of
that
hiding
ring
places.
and kind of just
You
look at it.
better not put that on.
You're one to talk.
All right, I can't really refute that one.
All right,
The energy
That's
in this
fair.
room is weird now.
now let Papa check this out.
Okay.
A step away from calling yourself daddy.
You retrieve this ring from the hand, and you find inscribed around the inside of the ring this message: Love eternal under starless sky. Yosef, Fulvia, with a little heart in between the names. And it's at this moment that you all hear the creaking of a door opening coming from the foyer. And that is where we will take our break. Having had a wildly productive episode.
You ever know you're gonna get
No,
yelled
this
at
is the
during for the
best.
next 10 minutes?
This is the most incredible energy I've ever seen.
Guys, I think we're in trouble.
It's all thanks to that Muppets comment at the beginning of the show. That set us
I
up
don't
for
know
the
what
tone.
happened.
The
next
comic
10
hijinks has just been out the wazoo. I can't even describe.
There's gonna be an entirely new cast when we return to the break.
I've been like
This
making
is your last day of work.
I've been making a parody to the Muppet Show theme to this show like the whole time in the back of my mind. I'll have to tell it to you during the break. Like,
That sounds like Patreon content.
Oh man, everybody feel free to use the restroom, grab yourself a snack, a little drink. We're gonna eat fruit snacks provided by Gary. Thank you, Gary.
Peek behind the curtain. Gary brings us fruit snacks for every
Every
second
single
check.
week. Every
It
single
rules.
week.
We are
It's
literally
awesome.
just his kids. It's actually fantastic.
Yes.
He provides.
Gary provides always. We'll be back in about 10 minutes and we will see you then. We come back to the Numidas, all standing in this washroom together. And as the family... It's not weird.
I gotta stress.
Which made it sound, of course, less weird.
No, yeah, it's not weird. It's normal.
By vehemently specifying that it's... As the rest of the family is gathered around Amadeus, examining this hand, having just retrieved this ring from the finger of this skeletal remains, Jumbles, as you were investigating the room, while you did not find a hand in the ashes of the fireplace, you peer over the large tub in this washroom, and you find it completely filled with water, perfectly still, untouched. And as you make eye contact with your own reflection in this surface, you feel a hand grip your shoulder. And a figure comes into frame. Jumbles, you see your dad, Volus, in this reflection. And you feel your heart just soar for a second. And you see a warm smile crawl across his face. But then it continues to crawl, the corners lifting higher and higher to a contorted, unnatural, mocking rendition of your dead father. You feel the grip on your shoulder tighten. Roll me a will save.
I'm mediocre at that. It's a 19 total.
19 total.
I'm blessed.
Excellent.
Will happen that or
Do
not?
you have any malevolence yet?
I have 1 malevolence. Do I have to subtract that?
Yes, you do.
That's 18 total.
18 total.
Sorry.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, I was excited you were going to join the club. I didn't think you had one yet.
Why'd you tell the teacher, dude?
Oh, sorry.
That's brownie points for AJ.
Listen, just because you're in trouble doesn't mean that we don't have to.
Can I lose the malevolence for being good?
No. That's what makes you so good. Jumbles, you feel this grip tighten, and then nails sink in to your shoulder like small spikes, as suddenly you feel your shoulder wrenched back and your head plunged into this water, drowning as you struggle and beat your fists. You knock your head against the side of the basin, and you come to and realize that the basin was never filled with water in the first place. You can raise your malevolence for me.
Is this a thing that actually happened? Like, did we see him kind of tumble in the tub and hear
He
him bonk
definitely
on the metal?
flings forward into the tub and thrashes around for a bit, hitting his head.
I'm definitely gonna dart over there and grab him immediately. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's like hyperventilating. Like he's from both the vision and like thinking he's drowning.
Jumbles! Literally pick him up. Like, what happened?
I saw.
Look at the tub.
He's squirming and trying to like twist out of your hands.
I'll put him down.
And he's just gonna collapse on the ground. He's like, I saw Wallace. I saw my dad. I saw my dad, and it wasn't him. And he grabbed me, and it hurt. And he tried drowning me, and he's just hyperventilating.
Completely empty tub.
I would run over and pick up Jumbles and just hold him like really tight, which I can hold very tight. I'm actually very strong. It would be like a security blanket though, like a little bit like you basically at that point.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
Mitsuya gives the best bear hugs.
I think his arms are around you just loosely as he's like vibrating with how like just shaken he is.
Lizzie's also quite shaken.
Yeah. This incident broke me out of my reverie, and so I'm like over and like rubbing Jumbles' back. So
I want to leave right now.
Yeah, I know Jumbles, so we all do.
Let's
but-
go. I want to leave this room. Let's go to the next room.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in
I
this room
would go,
anymore.
yeah. I would
Okay.
go to the room.
Take it. Yeah. Dad, you see anything else in here that seems important? Or?
We're out of the room. Don't worry.
Yeah, we
Jum-
just
Jum-
imagine.
Jumbo's just, I think he's out of your arms and pacing in the foyer room.
If you come to the foyer first, you would see that the door that opened is the one directly south to this one.
He just kind of like gestures at it, but keeps like walking in circles and like patting his thigh.
See any reason to look around us any further, Dad? Or are we good?
No, let's just get out of here.
Here. Well,
Oh.
any luck?
No, it's still.
Hey, give that to me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, as I'm kind of thinking to pull it back, you've already grabbed a hold of the mirror. I guess I probably shouldn't have that anymore. I'm just gonna have Litzy carry it, but don't
Look at me.
use it.
Yes, but if you're feeling bad, or feeling not like yourself, say something.
I feel like me. I'm just tired. I don't know. Like that little Nanatoli creature did something to me. I don't know if that's all of what it is, but I mean, you saw what just happened with Jumbles. How's it doing stuff to us, Dad?
I know. We just gotta stick together.
Yeah. Of course. And we gotta get through this and, figure out if we can end it or fix it or get rid of it or whatever, all of the above, as soon as we can.
I know we're in this now, so
Yeah, I know.
I need you to be.
I'm on.
I need you to be. No, but I need you to also let me know if you aren't.
Okay. Look, I'm sorry I hid the mirror from you. Is that what you want to hear? I didn't know it was going to do that when I pulled it out. It just looked like a mirror to me until I used it. I didn't see that reflection until it already, whatever happened downstairs in the dining room happened.
We can get into that later. Right now, we survive.
That's what we're doing. That's
You
what we
good?
always do. We're great at that.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, let's go unhaunt a mansion or whatever.
Everybody's totally fine.
Everything's cool.
What a rousing speech, son.
Look, I'm not a
Let's go haunted mansion.
big speeches guy. Go Numidas.
Haunted mansion
whatever.
on 3.
Come on,
1,
let's go.
2, 3.
I just want to be done with this as much as you do. Trust me, I'm not enjoying this. All right, I'm gonna head out and catch up with Litzy and Jumbles.
Excellent. You guys come to.
And I was mistaken. I'm not scouting. I'm not doing anything. I'm fatigued. I'm too tired to take an exploration activity.
What a
Forgot it.
shame! What a shame!
Forgot I still had that from. If you said I get an enfeebled back every hour, right? If I literally sat there for an hour turning Jumbles' gun into a bigger gun, am I not enfeebled
yeah.
anymore? Oh, cool. Heck yeah. I only have 3 debuffs now.
Just with all of this combination of activity, I'd say it's definitely taken an hour.
Okay. So I'm just fatigued, malevolent, and stupefied then. Let's go.
It's been a weird hour.
It's been a weird hour.
But I feel better.
You guys come to the door, which has creaked open, revealing a long hallway with 3 doors in it, 2 on your right-hand side and 1 on your left in a little alcove.
So tired of these damn halls. How many rooms does a mansion need? Like, isn't this bordering a bit on ridiculous at this point?
It's getting a bit silly.
There's a whole other floor above this, and according to Ez, there's even a basement we ain't found yet.
It's just rich people being rich people.
I mean, I guess, but like, what can you possibly do with all these rooms?
Apparently build fireplaces.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
the
well,
answer.
obviously they're big fireplace enthusiasts. I can
It's-
tell that much.
They get
but-
very cold, I guess.
You build
Is this part of
fireplaces.
Ravenel, like higher up in elevation than I thought it was? We don't have that terrible winters at our place. We're only a day's journey from here.
You build
Death is
fireplaces. You store children. That's what you do in these things.
I mean, I know they got servants' quarters and all that downstairs, but like, every one of their dang kids has got an entire like office and a rec room and a pottery studio and. But does no one else find this
A
weird?
single bathtub. Like, yeah, no, it's weird.
It's
Not a
wonder
single
any of-
toilet between the whole family anywhere.
No, we haven't seen.
We
each
haven't
other
even seen.
yet.
It's been 3 days. I've been waiting.
They're like one
I've been so patient.
one wash basin for the entire family. Well, they got like 5 servants' bedrooms downstairs. They couldn't splurge from their washroom.
I don't want to talk about the wash
way they
basin.
could see each
Imagine
other.
the line in the morning.
I don't want to. I don't
Just
want
walking
to.
down the hall.
I don't want to talk about the wash basin anymore.
Excellent. All
This door
right.
creaked open by itself. Focus up. Focus up.
Guys, this door creaked open by itself.
So we got what? 2 doors on the right, 2 doors on the left.
Yes, sir.
Now, what do you think? We check all of them, make sure there's nothing terrible and spooky in here, and then
One by one.
look through them afterwards.
Do
or-
we have a way of just opening every door at once,
Well,
and then
that's
we
the
just close
worst-
this hallway
okay, Jumbo,
door?
That's the worst possible situation.
We just close the hallway door,
We're
and then we
gonna-
deal with it
We're gonna do
later.
the same thing we do always. We're gonna look in a door. If there's no immediate danger, clear it. Okay, look in the next door. Come back and search through them more finely in a minute. Once we make sure this hallway doesn't have anything big and spooky, it'll jump out at us. Ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, start checking doors. If I might figure like if we don't immediately see a threat, then I'm like, cool. We'll search it in a minute. Next door.
All right. You open this door on the right
Oh,
first.
that's the closest one.
All right. You open this room and you find a small bedroom. Single bed sitting in the corner, tangled sheets, and a heap on the floor, half made. A half-sized fireplace, kitty version.
Wow, tamed. Yeah, they really.
As well as a
took it down
dresser,
They didn't even have a
table,
template for
chair.
these things. They were custom building each one of the damn things.
This is the starter fireplace.
Right.
You have to work your way up.
They're really trying to get their kids on board with a family tradition.
Yeah, it's like how I gave Jumbles a gun.
notch. He
You're
does a
not
flip.
even a gun guy, Dad. You use
He what?
pole arms.
He does
say
a
he-
flip with a gun.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
trying to get with the times, I guess. Not. I didn't think he was ready for the geese arm yet.
I talked to an Abaddarian preacher once that said something similar. So the gun was a natural evolution of the crossbow, and if Abadar was still here today, that'd be his holy weapon. I called him a heretic, I'm pretty sure.
You also find in this room, on
Oh,
this table in the corner here, this sort of desk, a intricately made and assembled scale model of Zarwin Manor, along with several sheets of paper and drawing instruments, paintings of houses, sketches of architecture,
Check
decorating the walls around this desk.
It's interesting. We can check in a minute. Next door, I suppose.
All right.
On the next one on the left there. I'll step up, and if it opens, it opens.
Who goes to the next room?
I mean, I think I'm the one opening the doors. I think it's just me, Dad, Litzy, kids. It's a stack, right?
Okay.
I think so.
That's why I
As-
have 10 debuffs.
As you are all starting to trickle out of this first bedroom and walk back into the fireplace, half of you, whoever was traveling in front, already in the hallway, the last 2 stragglers still in the bedroom. Who was taking up the rear?
I'm definitely in the back because I'm small.
Oh, the kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, why are you asking?
I don't like this question.
I'm actually in the other room. I'm downstairs.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I'm hanging out with the cabinet. He seemed pretty
Nice
chill.
guy.
Jumbles and Cass, you would be the only 2 to notice small taps on each of your shoulders. And as you turn around, you don't immediately see anyone, but you start to detect a sort of mist swirling in the room, coming to a center point as a figure starts to assemble of a small frame, a teenage girl. You first see her screaming out in pain, hands clutched to her face in complete horror, as you see her skull open, sliced, bisected. You see a brain materialize and sloppily shove itself, replacing itself back into her skull as her skin starts to almost zip back around, reforming itself. Her head drops to the ground. You hear the creak of a door down the hallway open, and she looks up at both of you. Are you here to play?
Guys!
Everyone can roll me initiative.
Friend or foe?
Friendly.
We're cool.
Teabag dance of kinship. Yeah, I'm not here today. I'm very tired.
I'm kind of here. I'm more here.
That's 24.
24.
17.
17.
22. Hey, why are there 2 enemy tokens? There's
What?
only one little girl.
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
It's her and her brain.
15.
Sir, you said 15, sir?
15. Ooh.
That'd be
Oh,
so
wow.
gross if
We
her
did
head
a
just...
cool thing.
Oh, we got a $5 tip. Fantastic show from Pumpkin Cakes.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
you.
Thank you. That's so sweet. We got Amadeus. What did you say you had?
17.
17. You said 15. 15.
I'm stupid.
8.
8.
So you're not even.
How did you get that?
What the hell?
I rolled a 2 on the die.
Wow, what? Oh, you only trained in perception? Oh, wow. Which one
Wow.
trained at 4? Holy
You
crap.
got blind over here.
Yeah, you got no eyes.
I'm just
You need
freaked
glasses.
out. I'm like,
She's a
please
little
don't
shocked.
kill us.
I didn't know
Eight
anyone
is
was still
insane.
trained in perception at level 4. That's crazy.
very
I guess
brain heavy
hardcaster
episode,
things.
huh?
A lot of brain going on
Very
today.
brain forward.
It's
Not
a
in
brain-
us, but like in the
brain
plot, though.
centric.
Yeah.
Is this a motif, perhaps?
Surely not. It surely is of no significance to the greater story. That would be ridiculous and
You're
very
okay.
scary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Take it easy. Relax with the name calling.
All right. Let's play a little game.
This is some musical music.
They sound like it's some happy music.
Yeah, this is. I like the vibes of this
be
music.
great,
Please don't
guys.
change it. I'm begging.
Oh no.
Kiddos, you would both see as this girl raises her hand towards you, and this sort of slime or ectoplasm, not quite corporeal, not quite non-corporeal, starts to encircle around both of you. Will you please, both of you, make me a will save?
I'm really sick of the not quite corporeal, not quite incorporeal ectoplasm.
You're
thing
in a
children.
haunted
This
house.
is, this is like your third time, man.
So am I subtracting my malevolence from this? What am I subtracting my malevolence
This is
from?
definitely something you would subtract your malevolence from.
Baller.
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 How's it going?
What do we-
15.
15.
24.
24.
Yeah. Hey, that's cool for you.
That's a whole degree of success, so we're going to find out at least 2 possible
Right.
outcomes.
Cass, as this something starts to construct around both of you, you are able to sidestep your way out of this. In the process, separating yourself from Jumbles. Jumbles, you find before you can even react, this mass create a sort of cage around you that solidifies. You're going to be flat-footed and immobilized until the
Whoa.
end of your next turn.
Excessive.
So he's
Yeah,
like
pretty
in a
much.
cocoon or something? Like, we can see. I assume we can
Jumbles-
see this.
Yes. Jumbles, you would find yourself in this sort of cage-like contraption that, as you're sort of settling into your surroundings and realizing where you are, sort of forms a soft comfort to you as it feels like your bedroom at home, your house. You are flat-footed and immobilized.
Cool. All right, cool.
At this point in time, the rest of you would see barreling out into the hallway, barging through his bedroom door, a teenage boy wielding a bow and arrow, and he's going to try and charge through you all to get to this room. As he's
Good luck you gotta get through Amadeus, idiot.
yeah,
That's
right.
Good
And
luck,
Lindsay. This is the worst case scenario.
good luck
for him.
fighting a wall. Like,
He seems as if he's struggling towards you, almost as if he is pushing through a crowd, but you find that he passes straight through you with ease, just as if he were simply made of air. And he passes into this hallway, bow raised towards Jumbles.
guys, just a
Jumbles
boy.
is just a boy.
We're just innocent men.
Lucky it's not my turn yet.
Jumbles, does a 24 hit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Jumbles.
That's also my favorite part of DMing Pathfinder. Is like, hey, does a ludicrously high number hit
Yeah,
you?
right.
Like,
Does
that's
a
my-
54 hit you?
Yeah, I really
Will that take
I
you down?
seriously enjoyed that in the Age of Ashes finale. One of the greatest
It's pretty
sentences
sick.
ever out of my mouth.
Oh, so cool. I'm just in my bedroom.
No, hey, don't make that face. Don't roll damage and then make that face.
Quit it. Quit it.
Jumbles-
I didn't even heal from the last time I got hurt.
You feel a pierce in the center of your temple. Go ahead and take 14 damage for me.
It's fine. I walked that off.
I made a face like it was gonna like hurt.
You shakily reach your hand to your forehead, and when your hand returns in front of you, to anybody else it is apparent that there is no blood. You see your hand soaked and dripping with your own blood. You feel it pooling on your face. You try to rub it out of your eyes. You are convinced that you are bleeding to death.
Cool. Jumbles is freaking out a little bit.
That's my fellas. Oh, this is from Calm. That's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin from the Saturday Show. Don't hurt the boy, Bane GM.
Whoa, my chair.
Yeah.
Your chair just breaks.
You're ruining my plans.
Definitely
Excellent.
just broke the thing that holds the spring of my chair.
Leetsy,
It's a rocking chair now.
we come
It
to
is,
you.
it is.
You've just seen this figure pass through you, raise this bow against Jumbles, and he is stuck in this sort of what looks to you just like a cage. You feel a shot of panic run through you as you see Jumbles panicking inside the cage. What do you do?
I think that's quite enough excitement for Jumbles today. I am going to try and grab Jumbles and pull him towards me and hopefully get him out of the cage.
Hopefully get him out of the cage.
Squeeze him through the bar.
Well, I mean, I can force a lot of things. He's a very
He
squishy
has
boy.
bones.
Only when he wants to.
Yes. As of first episode, he squeezed through that gate. Okay.
All right, now there's precedent for this.
Yes.
There is.
Episode 1, we set this up.
That's
Make
because
me
a callback.
an athletics check.
It is a setup and pay.
What 20?
That's my mom! That's my mom!
You
How many times you gotta tell you stop messing with the frogs?
I'm just a boy!
How many times will I teach you this lesson, old man?
We have established that Jumbles is of a stress ball consistency. You are able
Borderline
to
a slime.
You're able to reach in and grab hold of his arm, and you yank him out, and he just.
It's only his head that
Sounds
has
like
it.
He constricts. You will still be stuck to the same place as you are immobilized. You cannot move of your own free will, but you are with Leetsy.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to be leaving.
Am I still flat-footed? Am I both flat-footed and immobilized still?
Yes.
So how did this help us exactly?
Well, I have him now.
Okay, you just pulled the whole cage, or like?
I'm here.
I have, exit stage right. I'm out of here,
You
guys.
canceled every combat by picking up a child and leaving.
Yes, I can.
That is a mother's right!
She will not elaborate further.
You frantically drag Jumbles down the hall, his heels skidding against the ground as he seems paralyzed with this fear. Is that the end of your turn?
And
One
I'm
left, I think.
a consoling hug over here. The third
Excellent.
action, hug.
You see, as you begin to comfort Jumbles, settling your own panic at seeing your child, for all intents and purposes,
Yo.
threatened in such a way. And as you do so, you notice out of the corner of your eye the girl look at you with just this complete shock and almost envy. Litzy, that's your turn. Jumbles, you
What can I do?
can't do much.
I mean, if she's looking at you, that by the transitive property, she's in line of sight.
I mean, okay. So I'm 5-foot immobilized. I think I'm bleeding to death, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna just battle
And you will
medicine
actually
myself.
take some persistent damage right now.
Cool.
That's going to be 7.
Okay. I'm going to. If he thinks he's just bleeding to death, he's just gonna battle medicine his like head.
Sure.
Just because he's like, I got it. So he's gonna do expert. He's gonna do the best he possibly can. 18. It's 19. Oh, if I use my bless, I pass.
Excellent.
Cool.
You do so. You begin wrapping this gauze around your head, frantically trying to pat out this blood. While there is no blood to the rest of you,
Oh, wait.
Jumbles,
I
you
didn't-
DC 20.
I did not
was
need it.
like-
I thought I had a plus 8. I misread my
Okay,
thing.
I was like, what is your
I-
medicine modifier?
I still have my bless.
Okay, excellent.
That's all that changed.
Jumbles, as you wrap your head in this gauze, you feel as if it is just soaking through. You can feel it peeling off, unable to stick, wet with this blood. Again, everybody else sees nothing. Just Jumbles wrapping
He's
his
just
head.
bandaging his head. And it looks fine.
I'm not gonna
how's your
question
HP
his
looking?
medicine techniques. He's very
now.
good.
Okay.
Okay, he's gonna do that. Am I in the goop still or no?
No. No.
Is there any
Litzy
residual-
has torn you down the hall.
Is there any residual goop on me, like
No.
on my feet? Okay.
So he's still immobilized and flat-footed, but the cage is gone?
The cage remains in the bedroom. For those who are in it, you would start to see a small trail kind of peeling off of it, starting to move. But the cage is in the bedroom.
Okay, I just want to like research or investigate the thing to figure out if I know what that goop is.
You don't have it with you. You'll have to go back to the room to research it.
Okay.
Right back in.
Can I research the ghost to see if I know what type of ghost this is? Like if it's a poltergeist or
Knowledge
if it's
clock, baby.
a phantom? If it's what is like? Can I do that?
You can give me a recall knowledge check.
Okay. Do you roll that one, or do I roll that one?
I roll that one.
Okay.
It's going to be your occultism.
Okay, I'm good at that. Plus 12.
Excellent. Looking at this girl who is standing in the hall, looking down to where Litzy has dragged you, you can tell that this is definitely a ghost, that it is a haunt of some kind, that it seems very unique, that the two twins seem to be paired in some way and tied to these spaces. You don't find out much more.
He's gonna pat Litzy on the arm, like they're tied together to the ropes. They're tied together to the ropes. And he's gonna yell at the whole hallway. He's gonna yell at everyone, and then you can't really do much for his turn. So immobilized, gone at the end of my turn, or
At the end of these guys' next turn.
their turn. Okay,
Yes.
my bad.
Amadeus.
So the door that the boy came out of, is that the door that Talus is right up against, or the one down the
No,
hall?
the one
No,
down
it
the
is the
hall,
one
I
down the
think.
hall.
Okay. And where is, so the boy is in the room? Where are they specifically on the map?
The boy and the girl are both standing within the doorway to the room that you've opened, on either side of the passageway.
Gotcha. I am going to. I'm gonna try for 2 actions. I want to try and trick both of them.
Okay. Okay, go for it.
For Amadeus' turn, he would like to throw children on the floor.
Yep, sounds like your thing.
A lot of brains, a lot of
That
children
was out
fights.
A lot of children
A
fights.
lot of children.
We're
that's
great
a lot
children
better.
fighters.
Okay. The first one is a 31.
Fantastic in child fighting.
I have experience.
It really just makes us. It's a great increase in our spirit.
I would-
Frighteningly good at that,
Yeah.
huh, sir?
All right,
Oh,
and the other
man.
He's
one,
had 2 generations. Of
the other one, not
trick
as
kids.
good, is a 14.
14.
Yeah, that's the second trip attempt.
So who did you do first?
I would assume the boy, because
The
I
boy.
saw him do something to Jumbles, and Jumbles is freaking out.
You pass through into the bedroom to get to the boy, and as you pass through, you kind of try to slice your geese arm out, tripping him, and you do manage to trip him. He does seem to stumble over something.
Stupid idiot.
Freaking bozo.
He hits the ground and he looks up at you with this disgust in his eyes. He seems disappointed.
I would be too.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my turn, I guess.
All right, Talus. You find yourself in the hall. The girl standing just next to you now, making eyes toward Leetsy at the end of the hall, holding Jumbles.
What in all the gods' name now? I'm just gonna look at him.
She
See?
cranes her head towards you and says, "Are you not here to play?"
I don't even know who or what you are. I would also like to make a knowledge check. I have no idea what we're looking at because it doesn't seem. The Jumbles isn't free from the immediate danger, and this doesn't seem massively mortally threatening to me at the moment because I didn't see the blood or anything. So knowledge me up. It's +6.
Alrighty. As you are looking at this ghost, you feel overcome with this sympathy for her. She seems young, like a teenager, about 15, 16 or so. And you feel deep within yourself this desire to play along. That maybe you've done enough work for the day, and maybe you could afford
That's the knowledge?
a little game.
That's what I know? Okay.
Yes, you do not learn any more other than she is a ghost or haunt of some kind.
Is it a failure? Because I have a feat specifically for failing knowledge checks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What would that
It's
feat
called
be?
dubious knowledge. It means instead of learning one thing like I would if I succeeded, I learned 2 things. And one of them's even right.
Okay. What are you looking to get from this information?
How to make it go away.
How to make it go away.
Which generally is a knowledge check is just step 1 is what the hell is it? So yeah, dubious knowledge is lie to me. You can tell me 2 things, one of them's true, one of them isn't. Ideally, I don't know which is which. I love this feat. It's my favorite.
You don't discover much more other than what Jumbles found out, that it seems to be some kind of ghost or haunt. That is all that you glean as far as what kind of thing it is. You learn 2 things. You learn that you feel like it's just a kid. Maybe it doesn't mean you any harm at all, and like a kid, if approached like a kid, maybe it could be soothed or distracted in some way. And the other thing that you learn is that it is a kid. And you think that you're a whole lot stronger and you could easily overcome it.
Well, it's a child, it's a child. All right. One of those things is true.
One of those approaches is correct.
I'll look at it. Her, it, whatever. Hold on. One moment. And I still got the cane sword in my hand, and I'm just gonna hold up a finger and just kind of slip past her. Can I fit past Amadeus in the hall here?
Yes.
Is the door at the end of the hall open? Because the kid,
Yes,
the
it
other
is.
kid came out of it, but I don't know if he opened the door or just kind of went through it.
He opened the door.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna slide on down the hall and just peek in this room.
You would find a similar bedroom to the one that you were just in previously. The only difference being that instead of these drawings and a model set on the table,
There's another fireplace.
you would find another fireplace. Atop the table resting a short bow, matching the one that he carries now, several arrows, paintings of woods and hunting scenes decorating the walls, and notably, a taxidermy fox.
Not my boy.
The boy's the one on the floor, right? Is this the one that you tripped? Is the boy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll bite. Amadeus, if that one comes after me, let him. I'm gonna head into the room and around over to the table and just pick up the short bow
You do so.
and drop my cane sword on the table and just kind of look at it. All right. Not a lot of room in here for shooting bows, little boy. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Cass, you find yourself still in the bedroom, the now kind of crawling into a sort of puddle ectoplasm next to you, snaking around the room, and then the boy and the girl in front of you.
Okay, so first I am going to cast Forbidding Ward to protect Jumbles against any more assault. So he gets a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws against attacks, spells, or other effects from specifically the boy. That's the one that I'm targeting as the enemy. So I'm gonna.
You cannot see Jumbles at this time. You'd have to come out into the hallway to do that.
I don't know if this
Pretty much
specifies
every
that you
spell
have-
needs line of
Dang.
effect.
Okay. Never mind
Rats.
then. I am going to. Instead, I am going to first do a recall knowledge to, because I'm remembering with the hatchet, I got that vision about the bird sculpture and felt like the spirit was soothed when I completed the sculpture. And so I'm going to be looking around for anything relating to the portrait of the girl and what may seem like something I could do to soothe this spirit.
Okay. Interesting. Give me a diplomacy check, actually.
Okay. All right. Big numbers I don't
This is it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the it.
Yes.
As you are scanning this room, remembering the feeling of peace that came over you when you finished the sculpture over in the craftsman workshop, you immediately key in that this is another one of those types of creatures, a creature that seems to have some sort of unfinished business, something plaguing them, keeping them from ceasing this activity. You would notice the two teenagers, the boy and the girl, darting about frantically, looking to each other, looking at the group, and you feel the inclination that they're just looking for a little bit of entertainment.
Okay. Is there anything around the room that kind of gives me an idea of entertainment?
You can see the general fixings in this room of what is clearly the girl's interest. All of this architecture, the drawing tools on the table, various knickknacks of the sort.
Okay.
Drafts of fireplace designs.
Yes.
More
More
elaborate
special
than the last.
And so secondly, I am going to cast shield on myself to give myself a shield.
All right.
Let me pull up the details of that in my handy-dandy little box of spells. Raise magical shield, giving +1 bonus to AC until the start of my next turn. And while in effect, I can use the shield block reaction. Magic shield has hardness 5, and after using the shield block reaction, the spell ends. Can't cast it again for 10 minutes. Okay, cool, got it. I will bring that shield up while I'm looking around and making a plan for entertainment. And I look through my bag for any papers, anything that would interest the girl. Like maybe I have a book with some illustrations of like different areas around the world that are scenic, you know, like 7 wonders of, you know,
Sure.
things like that. I look around for anything that might appeal to her interest.
Excellent. You rifle through your bag, and you would definitely find some sketchbooks that you would carry. Cass being a little bit artistic herself, making notes down. So you would find some general little knickknacks or pages in your book.
Okay.
Is that all your actions?
Yes.
Alrighty. As we come back to the twins at the top of the order here, you would see them both look at each other and clutch their heads and bring their skulls together, almost like battering rams, as they seem to be seizing with pain. You would all see similar cuts as to the portraits downstairs, forming around their heads as blood starts to slowly trickle from the seam that you had witnessed earlier. Everybody can please make me a will save.
I super can't see this.
You will still make a will save.
Okay, well, I'm in a very different room.
Lisi and I are out of the hallway. Do
Yeah,
we
yeah.
still do it?
Yeah.
Yes, you will all make a will save.
Okay, what if I ask another way?
All right, I have a 24.
24.
A 12.
12.
28.
28.
26.
26.
13.
14.
Pretty good range
Oh,
Is that
there.
a billion or 3? There's like nothing in the middle.
I rolled a 3.
You
I rolled a
all
billion.
immediately feel a similar throbbing at your own heads. At this point, this feeling would be familiar. It's something that has haunted you throughout the course of your travels in this mansion. That similar ringing sensation, like you just can't even keep your skull together. It is the worst for Amadeus and Cass, who are both going to be stunned, one, by the absolute horrifying pain that racks your bodies, and you will both take some damage here. I'm gonna collect a couple of dice. Don't mind. Don't mind.
Oh, guys, just some fellows back there.
Amadeus, I'm so sorry.
You will both take 26 damage
Oh my god.
Oh my!
and raise your malevolence value by 2.
Hey,
So
everyone's
does
in
that
here,
add
let's see.
malevolence to me? 'Cause-
2 points of malevolence to both of you.
Oh, so
Two?
Welcome
Yes.
to the club!
I am now getting malevolence levels.
Woo!
That's wild.
Let's get
And
malevolence.
you said
Wait,
26
how
damage?
much-
Yes.
Team 4.
26.
Oh wait, I'm at 5 now. Dang it.
Did anybody hit 4 from that?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Your heart stops.
Very
See me
interesting.
afterwards, Gary.
Friends.
At this point, you would see the girl kind of wrench herself free from the pain racking her body as she focuses her glare towards Amadeus, who stands next to her. Amadeus, make me another will save.
Cool.
Sick.
Keep at it.
Do I subtract my malevolence?
Yes, you subtract your
Okay,
malevolence.
awesome.
Throw in those dice, buddy.
That's a 16 plus
Plus 4,
20.
minus 4.
So 21.
21.
Yeah.
You feel this
fat will save.
ectoplasm begin to circle around
Seriously?
your feet, starting to build a cage around you. You will be flat-footed and immobilized until the end of these guys' next turn.
Is this a fear effect?
Is this a fear effect? It is not
Oh,
a
okay.
fear effect.
Just a goop
Actually,
effect.
Sorry.
I'm not.
So
what's
sorry.
happening?
And the boy begins to stand up and raise his arrow towards you. Does a 27 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It really is the
Let's
best
not
part
mince
of
our
GM
words here.
Pathfinder.
10 more damage, please.
Cool.
His Graham's looking over there.
Not good.
Okay.
Gramps, you feel this arrow hit you in your side. This is a familiar feeling. You spent many years in the army, but this feels different than what you're used to. Deeper. You look down and you see a pool of your own blood forming around your feet, covering your ankles. You are convinced that this is your final blow.
Sick.
Litzy.
So Lizzie has just been rather overwhelmed. just like this whole day is just really wild.
Been a weird day.
Weird day.
Bad day.
So, but you can visibly, as I'm looking down at Jumbles, and he's also kind of panicking, I'll like physically almost like straighten myself up. Jumbles, and I'll mimic like a very common thing. Just breathe in, breathe out. It's time to go to work. And I am going to take my purse off of my shoulder, adjust the chain, shink, 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 all the way down. Total game face. March right over there.
Whack him. All right, you'll come to the girl first. She's the one right in front of you.
Hey, she's playing.
She is flanked.
She's flanked.
She
So
is
that
flanked.
is a 22.
22. You swing your purse through this girl, and you feel it pass straight through her. You feel some resistance, but you don't feel like you have made an impact.
Okay. She's dead. Well, okay. So we either can't hit them or we need to leave. Their AC's 124. We shouldn't be here.
Yeah. And that is my turn.
All right, Jumbles,
Okay.
you can move.
I can move. Do I still feel like I'm bleeding to death? Or
You
is that past?
do. You do. You do. You do.
I gotta stop asking.
Take 2 more
Oh,
damage.
that's fine. Okay.
Did you get a free shot to see if that ends at the end of every turn, unless that specifically says it doesn't. So that's just like.
Oh yes, and we didn't get that from you.
Oh,
so.
what do I do?
You just
What do I
roll a
roll?
d20 and you need a 15 or higher.
Oh, I don't.
Okay,
So, yeah,
take the
it
2
was- it
damage.
was from last
Still
turn,
fine. Okay. 2 is not that bad. I can manage 2. Okay. Jumbles will. His mom just told him to compose himself. He's going to listen to her advice and breathe for a moment, and then he is going to. Did you share any of the things that you learned? The 2 possible solutions, or
I
no?
haven't yet.
I
Okay.
told Amadeus to not stop the boy if he tried to come down the hall, and I dipped in the other room.
Okay.
You did see that I had no effect.
Yes, I did see that. So Jumbles will run into the girls' room of the dollhouse,
Okay.
and I want to look around, see.
Pardon me, excuse me.
Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me. I have an idea. And
As he
he's-
comes into the room, can I share the information, or do I have to do that on my turn?
Talking's a free action.
Okay.
So I would say so.
So I'm gonna be like, Jumbles, they need to be entertained. She likes architecture.
architecture. I don't know anything about architecture.
Get their attention.
What is Jumbles going to do? Is she in the hallway or is she in the room?
She is in the hallway. He is in the room, but they are standing next to each other.
Okay. So there's drawings of the house all over.
Yes.
And the ornate fireplaces. There's the dollhouse. And is there anything else? Or is it just those 2 things that stick out?
Just those. There's some drawing tools on the table and some sketches and things.
Okay. Jumbles is going to look at the dollhouse and very loudly just go, "Wow, this looks really good in here. I can't believe how good this looks."
She's right behind
And
you.
he's gonna be like, "I wish somebody was here to explain it to me."
Oh, he knows how to attune to interest.
I don't know anything about architecture.
Was that a fireplace? I don't believe it.
Make me a performance check.
Cool. That's +5.
Hey!
Better than mine.
Yeah.
Trained in
Do
performance?
it.
No, I'm not trained, but I get my
Oh, you have your
my
untrained
bonus,
thing,
so
yeah.
it's better if I'm not trained in it. It's do I subtract my malevolence?
He performs malevolent.
Oh, it's a 10.
She glares at you. She don't believe you for a minute. I don't think you mean it. She looks at you, and you hear her voice reverberating off the walls, almost like an echo. How dare you? I spent hours on that!
I didn't doubt it. I do have one more action. Because I moved and I yelled. So
If you can find a different approach to it, you could try again.
Also, I'm looking real bad. If
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you how you're looking, because then
I'm
I will.
looking real bad.
Okay, yeah. You're diagonal to me, so I can just kind of reach away, go around the boy. Excuse me.
pardon me.
So I get some Advil out. We'll go expert for this one, just to really try. I super succeeded. 10 plus 10 to crit,
Yeah.
right? I
man.
don't think that's quite it. It's all right. I will tell you. Go on, I'll tell you in a minute.
Jumbo, yes!
So what all is happening to me right now?
You're flat-footed and immobilized,
So I
and
can't,
inside a little cage.
So I can't move at all.
You
You
can't
cannot.
leave the square.
Gotcha.
You cannot leave the square.
You
So
can still move the rest of you.
I have one less action because I'm stunned. Hearing this conversation in there, it's still thinking I'm bleeding out, and I was like, okay, let's go for the long shot here. Good lord, kid, that was a heck of a shot. Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
He looks over to you with interest. Go ahead and make me a performance check.
You got this.
Can't that be an athletics check somehow?
Cannot.
Oh, so I'll add my +0 to that.
No.
Cool, that's a 6.
He looks to you with some interest, but as he scans your face and sees you wincing at the pain of the shot that he fired towards you, his smile sort of turns to a frown as he says, I don't think you really appreciated it, actually. I can tell! Go ahead and make me a flat d20 check for your persistent damage.
10.
10. So sorry, sir. Takes 6 damage.
Okay.
Anything else from my dear Amadeus?
Can I battle medicine myself?
Have you done that today?
I don't
No,
think so.
you're
No.
not on yourself.
No,
you haven't.
he
No.
tried, but did not. Thought better.
Yeah. That was 6 damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So cool. I will battle medicine myself.
Excellent.
That's a 12 plus 7, so I
Super good.
super
Yeah.
good. So what is that to myself?
2d8.
2d8.
That's
You'll
an 8.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a 2, so 10.
Perfect. You'll get some good healing out of that. Talus, we come back to you.
So I got the bow in my hands, and I
Mhm.
got the little handful of arrows that are there. And no one's coming this direction. So I turn to head back out of the room, and I go and take like one half step. I stop. I turn around, look at the table, and I grab the taxidermied fox too. And then I head out
Take everything.
into the doorway. I'm like, all right, kid. I don't know if your parents are going to approve of this too much, but you ever shoot out a second-story window? And I'm going to turn. Your
He
little,
whips around eagerly.
your little buddy can watch. He can judge it. Does this window look like it open?
It looks fragile.
That's the backup question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got a
You're
pretty
gonna
thick jacket.
be able to knock that out pretty
No,
easily.
I'll
It's
go-
barely hanging on as
I'm gonna
is.
try to open it. I'll just kind of drop the fox fumbling. Like, damn it. Yeah. I'll just hit the window and bash the glass open. Don't tell your parents. Okay.
How many times have you said that in
Pick
your
the
life?
fox up.
Oh my god.
I just kind of perch him on the window so he's looking outside, and I'll look out there. Do I see anything moving? It's not a psychopomp. I really want to shoot at a psychopomp. Are there any regular birds? Are there any little like squirrels or something?
I think all the regular birds
You
died.
would see some foxes skittering around from that foxhole that you saw when you first entered the manor.
Look at the taxidermy fox. Look, I don't see Kiss.
He's in the room.
You just
All
see
right,
Reggie.
I'll go first, and I'm not. It's been a minute. I'm like an arrow would kind of raise it like.
Elbow up! Elbow
I'll
up!
And I'll try and shoot a fox.
Excellent. First, make me a performance check.
Counter offer.
Oh,
Diplomacy. I'm actually doing it. I'm not.
I'll
like,
accept that. I'll accept. I feel like
Okay.
you flavored
Could
it
have
to the
counter
diplomacy.
offered? We could have rebuttal.
You can always counter offer.
I didn't know there was a
That's
rebuttal
just
option.
life.
I'm very flexible. I don't,
But
I could have
I was like,
underworld
I'm
born that.
actually doing it. I'm
Yeah.
not like I don't know.
no, you've definitely sold diplomacy to me.
Okay.
Shit, the diplomacy.
24.
24.
12 plus 12.
As soon as you start to raise this boat, trying to pull it back you feel like a rush of wind, and suddenly this boy is there in front of you, and he's like, "Oh my! Do you want me to show you how I can shoot? That's the one that I usually shoot. I can show you how to shoot.
Let me take it.
No, I can show you how to shoot. I know how to shoot it. I can. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Sort of look
You're
at
doing it wrong.
Amadeus. All right, well, why don't you go? You go first then. You go ahead and take the first shot.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. He's a really good shot.
All right, well, let's see. Show me.
He looses an arrow, and immediately sinks it into one of these foxes. No effort.
That's
screaming.
Fox sounds
Oh
like.
my god!
all his fox friends are confused.
Is it the girlfriend though?
He's a homewrecker.
Is it the girlfriend? I
feel
don't
like
know.
I don't know. We gotta roll for it, baby.
Here's the pregnant.
Sorry.
This is okay. This is technically not information you'd be privy to.
Okay.
But I feel necessary to share with you that I rolled a nat 1.
You're okay. It's okay.
So I see this.
Maybe
What do I
hide
see?
his eyes.
Reggie's on the
What
market.
do I see? He's not real. He's not shooting a real arrow. Like I don't see anything on Amadeus, right? He believes he's bleeding, but that's nothing I'm actually seeing
Yes.
physically. Is it the same with the? Do I see anything happen?
You see the fox keel over. You don't see it bleed, but you see it play dead, maybe? Unclear, inconclusive. What you do see is that as this boy starts to begin to loose more and more arrows, he seems
He's a machine.
This is
thoroughly
going.
distracted, explaining to you on each shot the exact positioning and the various techniques that he's learned and that he's studied this all his life. You notice that he starts to actually dissipate until you can no longer see him at all.
That fox has 2 malevolence.
That fox has 2 malevolence.
I still got the. I mean, I guess that's probably me walking out here, breaking the window into diplomacy checks. 3 actions, I guess. I'll turn back down the hall. I can see the goo cage, right? Because the cage is real. We drag Jumbles out of the cage.
Yes.
Stop trying to kick him and just go play with her dollhouse.
I tried.
Cass, speaking of playing with dolls.
First, when I looked around the room on my last turn, were any of the drawings like signed? Did she write her name?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, what is
You
her
would have
name?
seen the name Mira.
Mira. Okay.
M-I-R-A.
Okay.
Last
I
name
will-
Bell.
Last name Zarwin.
Yes. I will add that to my notes.
Shocking no one.
Yes. So I am going to be like, Mira, hey, so I love these drawings, like genuinely. I take out my sketchbook. Look, I draw too. Can you tell me about these drawings? And I legit am being genuine. Like, that's me out of character saying I legit am being genuine because I do draw.
So you're not making a deception check, is what
No.
you're telling me.
And not performance either.
You'd like to go for diplomacy?
Yes.
I'll make it happen.
would've
There's a
liked to
fair
learn.
argument to be made here.
You should have thought about it.
Jumbles really loves learning. You would have loved to learn about the house.
Numbers, I believe in you. Mwah.
My next offer was deception, also.
No, but that doesn't make sense. I'm being genuine. Why does this? No.
Because it's
She
not
got a
art, they're
natural 20.
architectural designs, and you pulled out your like
What'd you
drawing
roll?
of your OC, and you're like, I love art. You got your Sonic the
I
Hedgehog
don't want to
OC.
hear the excuses. What's the number?
It's a nat 1, but
Oh my God.
I am an artist.
You're so wrecked, dude. You're so
no, but I'm an artist. Even if somebody came up to me with architectural drawings, I'd be like, oh my God, those are so good. And we would talk about the drawings. Like,
This just sounds like she
Yeah, well,
hates
see,
to
this
draw.
thinks you're a freaking nerd, so I mean,
Come
like,
on. I just said, like,
nat
you know,
one?
I love your drawings. Can you
Oh,
can you tell me about them?
Cassandra. What? The dice are telling a story, my dear. You whip out your journals, and they start to spill, actually, out of your bag all over the ground. You're catching them.
I promise
And
I'll
You
they're all
have
will be
fakes
thrown.
now.
You find yourself entirely embarrassed. You
I'm sorry.
are in high school, and this snotty teenage girl is looking down at you, and she is so unimpressed.
oh no, we let 2 teenage girls interact.
Oh.
what are we doing?
I'm just
Vomit
like, Jumbles,
yourself
help me
in
out
the-
here.
Looks down at you, and she says, "Seriously, my drawings are a whole lot more advanced than that." What is that? Like just an eye? You draw eyes on your notes? I was doing that in middle school. You'll lose the rest of your turn with the accent.
I love the completely new voice.
So sorry, dear.
It's really
High
good
school
you
drama.
didn't, Bon Mower. Okay? You have
One-
failed enough.
One could argue. Was she entertained by that, though?
Was she entertained?
Does she enjoy crapping on her peers?
It's like Mean Girl style.
She's a 14-year-old girl. She might derive sustenance from this. I
This
don't
is
know.
old hat. This is.
She's been fed.
no.
Oh my gosh, we'll come back over to their turn.
Does Reggie pop out of my bag and say something sassy again?
I think Reggie's got a little busy right now.
He's grieving.
Reggie's crying out the window.
He senses a
face is
disturbance
up
in the
against
force.
Reggie dances around your papers. Tisk, tisk.
Reggie, why do I have you around? You're so mean.
Pees on him.
Don't help her.
When we come over to the twins' turn again, you'll notice that as Mira stands above you, crapping on you, just completely wrecking you, she starts to sort of twirl her finger around as the ectoplasm snakes around, and she shoots it out towards Jumbles.
I wasn't doing anything. I didn't do anything.
Absent-mindedly, but Jumbles, you'll notice that while it starts to encircle you, it doesn't build up. You could step right over it. She seems distracted to a certain degree by Cass at this point.
I think Jumbles is too.
And you, of course, don't see anybody loose a shot.
Oh, thank God.
Leetsy.
Well,
Ultimate mean girl movie.
Yeah,
That's the first
help me
time
with the
Cass
mean
like
girl,
dating her
please.
brother.
first of all,
You could save this and make it an NPC if you want.
so
Such an insane day.
this
Shot a
is wild.
cannon at
The
a
most unhinged episode we have ever had.
my
This day started with Jumbles about to die.
It's ending with Jumbles in a different predicament. That's
Jumbles emotionally dying.
Well, if we're looking to get snooty, I am an expert at being snooty. So I peek around the wall at her
Litz, I know that face.
toy set,
Litz.
and I waltz in the room, and I'm like,
Litz, it's a child.
this child is mean. First of all, that's not where.
Freaking died.
I'm sweating. I'm sweating. How much laughter? I'm not doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see here. How's it going?
You're good. Ignore us.
I'll just insult it and basically be like,
Tell me what you say.
just that it like the way that she built it is not really.
Tell me what she said. Give it to me as Leetsy. I want
Okay.
you to bully me. I want you to.
So basically, look, you built this house. This is not the way the drainage would go. If you were near a settlement, the sewer pipes would not be in this direction. Honestly, the way that the land slopes in this direction, the drainage would really overflow this pond at any moment, just because there's really only so much a drainage pond can take. I can tell you haven't really been in the garden much because it's not this way. And I would just basically critique everything
I think
about
that's
it.
gotta be intimidation.
Intimidation or settlement lore. I can do either.
Settlement lore. You should please give me.
Talked about the structure of the house. Please give it a settlement.
Settlement lore.
Yeah, can I
Oh,
roll for
no.
fishing?
It's only a 2 on the die. I got carried away.
You can't get bullied by the ghost of a teenage girl.
So that
It's
is-
a manor. It doesn't go by a settlement. Maybe your house is in a settlement, but I don't have to live with the rest of you poor people.
I would say we're upper middle class at least. Okay.
I'm just clutching my papers like this, just.
Lacey?
That's probably it.
That's it. Jumbles! Jumbles, make me a flat check, please.
I did my last turn and I failed it.
Okay, Jumbles, take 4 more damage.
Oh,
In all of this
God,
hubbub, you
dude.
still think you're bleeding out.
Okay.
Jumbles, what do you do?
Man, I don't know. What is Jumbles gonna do? Wrong direction. Please, leave the room. Just give us a minute. I'm begging you. He's going. Okay, we can barter. Jumbles is going to go up to the house. What insane words did you babble before we started this about societies and stuff?
What?
You started saying like, oh, it's the structure, it's the conduits of the structures or whatever. You're talking about the land or
The clock?
no, with the clock, with the house, all of it.
AJ can't help you. He's shooting foxes with the child.
Yeah, I'm busy right now.
Whatever.
Jumbles, I'm hanging out with my new son.
Tell me what you say.
Whatever he said before. I can't. Corey Roof cannot remember. Jumbles has the memory of an elephant. Okay, he does not forget. Corey Roof cannot remember the exact words, but Jumbles is gonna be saying like, "Oh, is these structures based off
Okay, see, it's like
whatever the countries are in
the
this
influence
world?"
is
yeah, yeah.
interesting. The design for a place in Ravenel is very unique. There's a lot of Galton influence kind of in the entryway here, and you've got like a sort of late, tall, and postmodernist architecture around
So,
the gardens. That
I
really
need you to
Mouth
imagine
just-
that.
Oh, just hinges open, and then the sound, with no moving lip, the sound just emanates like
Like a boom
like a
box.
Bluetooth speaker. Like it just,
So, that's what Jumble says. Can I do a society? Because I'm talking about societies.
since it means that much to you.
Society.
just
Thank
ways
you.
can
Wait,
barter.
take a second. Please roll well, please.
Oh,
Do it.
I would kill
oh,
too.
roll a 2, dude. Just do it. Just drop me a 1.
God.
I need
girl
this
is
to
a
end.
menace.
My family's falling apart from a
I'm
14-year-old.
actually gonna die in real life.
She's young.
Oh,
Okay, 22. I'm blessed, if that really matters.
As you are possessed by this spirit of knowledge, which you do not possess yourself, you start spurting out these facts, no knowledge of what they really mean, that you heard Talus saying in the hall earlier. And while you don't know what you're saying, you see it immediately has an impact on her as her eye just kind of begins to twitch. And she says, I'm so sorry. How old are you? Let me show you. And she shoves you out of the way and starts fiddling with the piece, reassembling parts of it, furiously recrafting columns and different architecture. And as she does so, she slowly fades away.
Oh my god, dude.
tapping out.
So insane.
Can someone get me out of here?
The ectoplasm dissipates with her. You are free to move about the cabin.
Am I still stunned?
No.
No,
Okay.
stunned is 1, so once you lose 1 action, it's over.
Oh, cool.
You would find yourselves now in this much quieter hallway, and it is now very, very late at night. It has been a long day for you all. You stand spread amongst the hallway and these 2 bedrooms.
I'm still holding my papers. I'm like, what does she know? It's a really good eye, okay?
I'm gonna pick the taxidermied fox back up off the window and just looking down the hall. I don't see Cass come out immediately. Just kind of quickly dip back in there, put it on the table, drop the bow, grab my sword, leave, shut the door. And just over to, oh, Dad, you look like hell. What happened?
Don't talk to me right now. Just don't. I want to go to bed.
Now, that's the most agreeable thing I think I've heard you say today. They'll poke my head around the corner and see whatever is happening in this other room.
You see papers everywhere. We're all crying.
Are you guys all right?
I don't know.
I heard a lot of shouting. Y'all look.
Oh my god.
I need to go to bed so bad.
Why don't we all just pick up your things and head downstairs and sleep this one out. It's getting pretty late. We can get the rest of this tomorrow. Probably. It's been a weird day.
Very strange.
It's been a hell of a day.
I don't
Jumbo.
miss when you two were teenagers. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
What? That boy was very agreeable. You show the slightest bit of common interest in what they're engaged in, and
Yeah,
it's like
well,
nothing.
the girl was mean.
Yeah,
I
well-
showed her my art and she crapped on it.
Jumbles is gonna grab Leechy's hand and start dragging her to the bedrooms.
I assume that you all follow pretty closely after,
Definitely gonna follow.
completely exhausted after a just buck wild day.
This is
Unlike anything that you have been afforded in this mansion previously, you didn't think that it could get crazier. But beginning the day, looking for Jumbles, frantically him being missing, exploring more of this house, it has completely worn you all out. So you retire to the servants' quarters, I assume.
Yep.
As usual. And you all tuck yourselves in for a good night's sleep. You all begin to slowly drift off into this black expanse that you're now well familiar with. Cass, you feel yourself floating down through this hole just as you had before until you begin to sort of lift your legs up, preparing to softly land on your bed in your room as you become accustomed to doing this, becoming fairly natural to you, this entire process. But as you lift your legs up and prepare, closing your eyes for this soft, cushiony landing, you feel yourself hit the ground hard. You feel onto your side and you struggle to get up, having just had a massive fall, and you find yourself standing in front of double doors, familiar to you. Not the starry ones in the front of the foyer, but in the back by the staircases. A door that you had found locked while you were awake, and now it stands before you. You look around for where the hallways and other stairwells and walls would be, and you see nothing but complete black, completely blank space. Only this spotlighted section of floor, as if an island in a sea of darkness, and these double doors in front of you.
Well, I'm clearly dreaming, so okay. I go to push the doors or pull whichever way they open.
Sure. You give the doors a soft push, expecting it to be locked as before, but you find that it gives way freely. And even with just the slightest touch, it seems to float open on its own, both doors, welcoming you in. You see in front of you a long room with a few high-backed chairs, comfortable, nicely furnished upholstery, allowing one to sit in comfort while gazing out this wall of what must have been at one point beautiful, clear windows from floor to ceiling, covering this whole
outer wall of the mansion. Now dusty and grime encrusted, but you see, almost in the same way a fungus spreads, erasing from the very center of this glass as it clears. And you look out and you notice a clearing deep in the woods, just north of the manor, with some curious objects. You see a man, the silhouette of a man, caped, standing in front of a central pillar in this clearing. His hands moving along the front of this structure, manipulating it in some way, but you can't quite tell what he's doing, as his back doesn't afford you the view that you would like. And you see this pillar sink forward and then slide, opening like a door. The man begins to step into the darkness within. But before he enters, he looks over his shoulder and stares right at you. And then in an instant, you find yourself in the countryside, looking through another large window into a beautiful parlor, floral couches, furnishings, staring eye to eye with Yosef Zarwin. He turns around. He holds a teapot and cup in his hands. And just past him, you see your grandpa, seated on the couch, opposite him. From this point, you see the scene as if it was on triple speed. The figures start to buzz, adjusting in their chairs, talking. You get bits of chatter, and you're trying to put it together. Something about somebody that you lost that you could bring back, somebody important to you, your son, your grandpa's son, Volus. They're talking about Volus. And you hear the offer. And just as soon as it is offered, the opportunity to bring back your uncle, gone too soon, you see Amadeus storm out of the room, rejecting. It's at this moment that you shoot up with a gasp out of your bed. You're back in the servants' quarters. You feel this paralyzing fear seize over your body with what you know. You see the door to the servants' quarters creak open. Amadeus sitting at watch, just as normal, looks back to you over his shoulder with a sly, devilish grin. And that's when your eyes open. You're just in your bed, eyes staring at the ceiling, door closed, but you feel something under your head.
I'm gonna reach for it, whatever it is.
You reach back and you would find a cast iron key with a skeleton at the top of it. And you hear this whisper in your head. I can bring him back. I wonder why your grandfather would keep him from you. And it is here that we will leave you, and you will see us next week.
What a crazy episode. What an insane episode.
One of the episodes of all time.
Man.
Holy crap. We're just the menace table over here. Yeah, we've segregated the problem children onto this camera.
Oh man, thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. We could not do the show without you. It goes without saying, we cannot express enough how much we appreciate your guys' support every week. If you are not done with Pathfinder for the week, neither are we. We've got more Pathfinder coming on Saturday. We got Strange Aeons, same place, same channel, 3 to 6, every Saturday. Me and
I
AJ
can
are
even
there.
do you one better, because this week and next week I got a 2-part special that's not going to be right here. It's going to be over on twitch.tv/Sirenscape, Thursdays starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, same time that this starts.
You can get
I'm going to be
our
running
boy
a game
AJ.
for a bunch of the Sirenscape guys, including Jason Bowman, one of the head designers of the game that we're playing. So that's pretty neat.
Sweet.
That's exciting.
It's going to be fun. He
Ask
made
him-
me go through Plague Stone. I'm going to do stuff to him.
Ask him why he made the 14-year-old girl so mean.
Oh my gosh.
Ask him how badly we messed up by shooting the brain.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight. We hope to see you later on. We hope to see you next week, where we'll be back here playing the spookiest game this side of the Mississippi.
Yep, spooky is what I would have called
Yeah,
this
this is-
episode. Real
yeah,
spooky.
spooked.
I'm spooked. I'm spooked out of my skin.
Not unhinged.
Well, the spooks don't stop here. We got much more in store. We'll see you next week.